in Liberia that things are just going differently in our area. So let's take a very let's go for let's take this theme song and we going to be here tonight. We are here. And we will always be here. We will always be here on this platform for our people. We are here all of the time for our people. And we will always be here on this platform. We will always be here on this platform. So let's take this song. Like I said, at 9 o'clock, Prince Double going to be joining this show.
Honorable Jean-Paul Sow de Gedeh et Debee. Merci. Papa Jules Yoblo, les petits du mouvement groupe orchestra sont fiers de toi. Ah ouais. Monsieur et Madame Dogo, depuis Paris.
Come on,
Thank you all so much, and welcome back on that very short break here on this platform. Again, this is Voice of You broadcast to you live as well to Grand Judah County. This is a station with the difference where we discuss issues of concern that are very powerful and cardinal to the well-being of the people of Grand Judah County, Liberia, Africa, and our one global world. And of course, this wonderful time, I'd like to say welcome to all of you that are closely following. Um, those of you following us from Liberia and other part of the world, I'd like to say thank you ever so much for joining us. After Esodo, seeing us watching live, stream video from Omaha, Nebraska, USA. TV short house also watching. I'd like to say welcome to all of you. Coming up by 9 o'clock, Representative Jacob Gedeh Debee, District Number 3 lawmaker or representative of Grand Judah County, going to be live here with us on the show. Both the Prince Double and that of the issues going to be relayed on Voice of Judah radio. You can also follow us on our online TV and also the YouTube channel. We'll get all of the discussion there. But before we go strictly to Banana Club, go strictly to the interview, let us start with the issue of this quote-unquote GISA organizing the county, that's the district, never ended successfully in county on ground that it has been alleged that Kavara district went along on the field with their traditional men in order to have them win the game. And so it was predicated upon that, upon seeing this medicine guy by one of the Kutu district's players reflect out the issues, and loss broke out on the field. So none of the players sort of going on the field because of the way in which things were going on the field, especially when it comes to someone, a traditional person going on the field, and it brought a lot of misunderstanding between players. So the game was not played that day. Now, As may be aware, people sacrifice their resources, use their money, go and pay for entrance, and at the end of the day, the game was not played. What is going to be the aftermath of this entire process? Is Jesus really putting things in place and making sure that they reschedule the game, or what are they actually thinking of doing? The next thing is, I think Jesus should have the rules and regulation that is governing the entire tournament. And so, if anyone violates the rules and regulations governing the entire process, the person should be fined, like what happened in the case of Blue Travel, when Blue Travel misbehaved on the field. At the end of the day, they were fined 150,000 and they were suspended from the league. So what happens to Kabbalah that actually took a traditional person on the field and they brought us? What are they doing? Let us look at Pudu. I think what Pudu Network, was also filed complaint to GISA, another thing GISA, about the situation of ground that Kabbalah actually took along with them, medicine man on the field, the common people term it, a traditional person on the field. So the common people will say medicine man, yeah, okay. They took medicine man along with them on the field and nurse broke out on the field. Now, what GISA is actually putting in place, is it that GISA is not really, it's not really observing the rules and regulations governing the entire tournament, or there is no rules as it relates to the tournament? What are they really telling Nigerians? Because since the issue broke out, GISA never appear on any of the radio stations to tell people where we are in terms of the, the match, and how far is the preparation for the county makers. Maybe aware Grand Gedeh County is the host. Is hosting this year county made, and so preparation by the way of right needs to start now because December going to be the county meet. What are they doing? Because after the district league, the head coach of the county team carry on selection from player as a relator from the rural teams that participated in the district league, and onward carry on some training, exercise, and carry on selection to know who are those that are going to be playing on the team. So where are we? Knowing for the world that the district league ended in competition, and GISA is yet to tell Nigerians what are plans on the way in making sure that they reschedule the game or they turn trophy over to those who were victimized in the process, like looking at Kampala or looking at Putu. But again, let us first know the rules and regulations of the tournament. What are those rules? If one violates the rules and regulations of the match, what are the penalties? What are the penalties if one violates the rules and regulations of the tournament? What are the penalties? These are things we should first know. And who are those that went against the rules and regulations of the tournament? But like I said, GISA leadership is here to tell Nigerians where they are if it comes to the issue of the tournament, whether the match that was based on medicine men going on the field, whether the match will be played, whether there is a time frame set for that particular match to be rescheduled. They have not come out to tell Nigerians. The next thing, people that are 7 people spend their hard-earned money to go to VIP. People spend hard-earned money to go there, and around the few people also spend hard-earned money. So what becomes of the citizenry that pay their money to go and witness it? if the game will not be rescheduled, is Jesus telling the people, or is Jesus fully prepared to give back the people money? Knowing fully well that Jesus already have, the list of those are paid. So that I want to just forget about it because Jesus is not going to reform anymore. Maybe the only thing that Jesus can do now is to reschedule the match or just turn it the trophy over to end of the two teams. That's the only thing now. Jesus can only turn the team over, to turn the trophies over to end of the two teams. That's the only thing they can do. But the team that brought tension in the game, I don't think the trophy should be given to them. The team that brought tension in the game, the trophy should not be given to them. If Jesus will properly carry on the investigation without settlement. If Jesus will politely investigate this matter, meaning those who brought the problem on the field should not be given the trophy. Or there should be a reschedule of the game. So thank God they know the rules and regulations of soccer. They know the rules and regulations of soccer. So I think by now, Aris and the rest of the other guys should be going on radio telling the people, and I mean, clearing the doubt of the citizen, because most of them are now saying all of the time, during the time they will go have this league, and at the end of the day, nurse will break out in the field, wherein people will have claims and cattle claims, all this stuff. Why the shoot away? You have to actually have you have to disagree and to agree on the other hand. But again, the fact that the game was not played, I mean, it's something that we actually need to look at. So we're going to open the phone lines and hear from our citizen tonight as it relates to the match. What is their contribution, or what are their contribution um, and their recommendation as it relates to the game that was not played due to allegation that Kabbalah carry medicine on the field. So let's hear from you, citizen, tonight. Like I said, when it comes to by 9 o'clock, Prince Double, I'm going to be joining Prince Double and Jacob Gedeh Debee tonight here on this platform. Jacob Debee going to be telling us more about the soccer in the House of Parliament that has to do with the removal of the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature. So let's hear from you tonight on this platform concerning about this GISA activity. This really, where are we? So keep your calls coming on 088-087-8382, 088-087-8382, 775-151308. You can also call us on our WhatsApp line +231 772770212 +231 772770212 088-087-8382, 088-087-8382, 0775-151308, 088-087-8382, 0775 151 151 308. Zero eight eight zero eight seven 8382 0775 151 308. Or you also call us on +231 772770212 plus 231 772 212. Let's talk to this person. This person drop the line. Again, you can call us plus 231 772 770 212. So these are numbers to put a call through tonight, and you're going to be here on this platform. 08808783820775151308. 08808783820775151308 plus 231 772 770 212. These are numbers to put a call through tonight, and you're going to be live here on this platform. Let's hear from you. What's the recommendation concerning about this GISA activities? The district league never ended successfully. Any loss? What's the recommendation tonight to GISA? How you really want them to do it? Should they give the trophy out to any of the teams? Should they schedule time for the match to be replayed? I mean, let's hear from you tonight. I talk to this person. This person is our first caller. Good evening. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay, Chief. What's the name and where you call from? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I know it's so frustrating. Since then, the games end. Very powerful because I become on the radio. And who do it about the first people that did it? They sound from Chile and Funego. Yeah, I show the center back. So they want to tell them now. Those leagues cannot get it comfort now. No Muslim. That's the best position for the league. The morning that the people pay. The people want with 3%. You sell your motorbike when you carry on the field, you pay for it. You call that thing. And there's no result. And up to now that nobody will come on the radio and explain one or two things to the Nigerian or if a reschedule the game. What we doing? When you go talk, they say that I'm going business, I'm going to business. So if I'm going business, I'm going to business, we get erased to move to different state. How we live? You know what I'm saying? So when you have a certain position, and when you occupy it, you're not forced to be there. There are a lot of people that want that position. But if Grandida all position will go by interest. And we only worry about the interest. I'm not too sure that will go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So my question is about info. So when they're not able to position, let us step aside. Those that will bring a rule and regulation that everybody will follow and enjoy what they pay for, let them continue. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. So keep your calls coming tonight. 0880878382 08808783820775151308. Let's get a recommendation. You can get a fund as related to the game. Let's talk to this person on the line tonight. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening, John DeGuire.
Good evening. What's the name and where you call from, Chief?
Well, I come from Joshua Street, South Stephen.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
Before I can make my recommendation, I've been listening to you saying those who cause the problem in the water will be trusted. Who are those people that you are referring to?
Go ahead. Go ahead. it has been alleged that Kabbalah is the one that carry medicine man on the fever. What I'm saying, if Jesus will not reschedule the game, let Jesus decide and say, okay, this is the thing that wrong. And so saying you're wrong, we are not giving the truth meaning. The point has been taken from you, and we give the point to the next thing that is not a cause of the problem. I think that's what they did to how they call it. They did that to Blue 12. So I mean, they can also strategize and see what to do. It is based upon that I said that I used that word, Chief.
Okay, thank you, thank you. The point is well noted. My addition to the activities taken on the founder where the superintendent steps in to constitute a committee. And my recommendation is going directly to the superintendent. The reason why some of us supported him in constituting a committee to supervise the smart essence activity was because the legit expectation that responsible to have known better. And since the value of the president here is all about everything that is in the county, whatever it comes to is setting responsibility to the general and that institution feels comes in. That's what we supported him. But for him to come and constitute a committee that will judge the activities of the father, what has to do with mass commission and whatsoever that was on the field. My recommendation to him is no, that's not supposed to be. If we do so, then he can elevate Doma. What we all know in this country when it comes to football, the responsibility of everything. If Jesus said that just or flamboyant something, it's not recognized. Everything is what recognized life knowledge. It is the responsibility of everything to come in to investigate or even to constitute a committee to investigate what has taken place on the field for the superintendent to single-handedly constitute a committee to investigate what has taken place on the field in the absence, even if before any of the LFA members to be represented. I think for me, it's not the rightful procedure. It is not the rightful procedure tomorrow. The superintendent should realize that he is it. This is a spectator to every activity that is going on the field. It can be the one to be the referee for any activity go beyond on the field. Because everything they would do, the report will be submitted to him. He should not be the one to be referee and at the same time be the player. That's why I pass to him. Let the chair to the LFA. When I make up the Jesus in the whole thing, it's nothing. LFA is responsible for whatever that went on.
Thank you. So thanks a lot. Keep your calls coming. 088-087-8382, 088-087-8382, 077-75-151308. Put your call through tonight and you're going to be live here on this platform. and what's a recommendation as related to this quote unquote dispute agreement. Yeah, what's the name of where you call from, Chief?
Okay, my name is Jay Christopher. I'm calling from Bolivia.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, excuse me for my English. My English is seriously on the issue here. I start to see medicine men posted on players on the field. In my country, in Brunei here, we get two down. Then it's the book. They play 1 week, final, no result. And the minister of sport, Mr. Fansio, he can't divide the people yet, say, okay. No winner, your share is money. But we don't see the medicine people on the field. They answer. But when you notice it's medicine men, when you enter on that field, just one say that on the bench with the players. So for me, Kavala raw Putu. Kavala raw Putu. And the US out of the for he think that the medicine that the football. So Putu he was say, okay, let me walk, okay, okay, somebody on the field. And then let the men in and get the men position. And you say the men position are medicine men. We get medicine men on football field. So that some things, brother, we are African. You know we are African, but seriously, the Batwa, two good things. Kavala, raw, Putu. So for me, you are getting point to put together the Israel.
Thank you. Thank you. That's up to this next person. Good evening. What's the name of where you call from? Hello? What's the name of where you call from, Chief?
I'm calling from Bolivia.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
You see, the problem that they have of football, who are medicine, you have to process. But the problem that things are in, the problem is all the global infection. What is the infection? See, medicine man, you go inside and that's the mobility. The one with inside will test everything. After the football food, that everything is possible. But the one is bad, the case started. Why did I get that much time? Every member of the case started. That is why I guess. But if they didn't start, they keep doing second man, they always. One inspection, they have nothing. Allah not is they agree. So that's the only element to look at it. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep the calls coming. 088-087-8382, 088-087-0775-151308 plus 23177277012. Put the call to let's hear from you. What's a recommendation? What's a point tonight as related to the dispute league that found out in it in completion? What's the recommendation to GISA? And what's the recommendation to the both team? I'm told that Superintendent Edith Chesia Grant is constituting a committee to investigate the matter that has to do with the issues between the both team, Kambara and that of Putu. It has been alleged that Kambara was the one that carried traditional men on the field, and so Putu players got scared on ground that Kabbalah carried traditional men on the field, so they were afraid so that something can happen at the end of the day on the field. So at the end of the day, the game was unable to be played. So as I stand, I found out in it just that way. Let's talk to this person. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
What's the name of where you call from?
My name is Michael Williams.
Welcome to the show, madam. Let's hear from you quickly.
My point on the field for what the MLS was due to Putu, really the selection of players, they never saw the man on the field. Until the game started, when they saw the wrestling man on the field, then they don't see So what of us that say I was, me I took 4 person from my house, 300 now. Now tell I say. So what of us now? Oh, we go up.
You say how many person you took from your house?
I took 4 person from my house.
But in a 300 down for the score 1,200.
1,200 I want to say on the seat.
All right. Thank you. But this person. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
What's the name of where you call from, Chief?
Okay, I'm Debee. We are calling from Bolivia community.
So we are welcome. Welcome to the show.
Okay, my point here tonight is let my fellow consider be fair and bonded actual justice to the identical day. Yesterday, Kyoto and the next district play, and because of that, they said Kyoto did not quit it. They started with action in the case for that reason they punished Kyoto for 3 years in suspension. Now, Kavana, before then, they Kavana and Puto games will start. I listened to all the stars of the sport team. And when it went on media, the rules and regulations they gave that only playing fish. You that do not belong there, you have no right to go there. So why today they saw the identical girl sending out this gentleman and then Kabbalah put you on promo on the field. On that reason, they gave a banner for almost 45 minutes. Before then, even they could come back. So the Portuguese said, no, if you are fortunate man on the field to come back, then we will not play. Even the serious here can happen that to where Debee and suspected somebody you got managing on the field, so get out of the play for that reason the game can score. So in Kabbalah, you now want to come to us say there is winner who should take the time.
Thank you.
That's one suggestion. Thank you, also.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good evening. What's the name of where you call from, Chief? What's the name of where you call from?
Thank you. I'm respected and evening to the listening audience. I am retired Captain Emmanuel Esdro.
Come to the show, Chief. Let's hear from you.
Okay, sir. That falls, but they are compared to us the rest of it. Right. Being young, I was quite ashamed to blame on all leaders of the sporting arena in Gambia. And it's just because the lack of capability, the lack of good leadership, that caused all of it. The lack of commitment into the rules that govern the entire game activity. Now, the people that have been here from time immemorial say this is not a quest for it now. Our happiness that will take place on the field. You have to always come. Some of us witnessed it from Kunamo and other teams. It happens between Kyoto and another district. When the leadership sit down, understand themselves and get to identify the process, so that they can put to it and complete end the situation. But again, like I said, due to the lack of leadership ability, then again, I'm turning around to shape the place for us as citizens of this country. Because where you are saying in the world now, one person is taking leadership for more than a decade. I hate to say that nobody in country that can occupy that position. I remember 2006, I came for vacation here. I was told it was Mr. Peter Bush serving as Federal Association president. He came from 2006 to president. How many years? Close to 18 years. also learned that the teachers who down there or leadership down there have been in a position for more than 10 years. When one of the positions you are hearing, what is the difference to the country? One of them brought to a country that we say is a proud under their leadership. Every time, noise, confusion, noise, confusion.
Yeah.
So, I want to recommend
Yeah,
I
I'm
always
still
do
loading.
to our honorable superintendent who is the head of us here. Because I understood that
You send me the request so I can send it on your Facebook and see.
the project was put in county, which is the superintendent.
Yeah, it's already heading Debee.
Shift every one of them from there.
Yeah,
And
because
replace
it's
them with
plenty
new
of
kind of people that will spearhead the activities so that we can always have a peaceful march in terms like this.
Thank you. This person going to be our second to the last caller. Let's hear from you. What's the name? What's the name and where you call from? Manasmi, welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
I joined everything for which
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You have 30 seconds.
why we should start coming, we should start getting involved with Ontario offering and gonna leave that way on. If the information I'm getting from the county is not true, and getting to medicine man, we feel like medicine, what other or man was scared of Kabara. And this one is only of other trios of Kabara. I think it's very wrong. We should involve personal feeding, involve because this other person is not inside in position or this other person has sources of position. It's a record also not a system, not be how to have control. But I have the other, not a poor have paid $500 they want other position and they want the money. But today you cannot appreciate records.
Thank you.
If the information I got was factual that Kavara, then they carry someone on the street and they will see people of particular place where they needed to be sitting. Then if they cannot out of there replay the game, then they take the points and give it again, give the points to people.
Thank
They
you.
don't have it, but just say more.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. We have 2 minutes to go strictly to the interview with our representative Jacob Gedeh about Debee. So let us squeeze this next quarter in. Good evening. What's the name and where you call from?
Hello?
The name and where you call from, Chief?
Brand Cookie. I'm calling from Water Street.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
If Kansara was in the field or carrying a car, or to carry a car, that the medicine man, when he saw on the to right. When things not right, according to the football rule, what happened if you can't play walk up?
Thank you.
Why we say if you can't play walk up game? And I'm medicine man. I want all the people to tell me.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Let's just squeeze this person. This person is our last caller here on the line. Good evening. What's the name and where you call from, Chief? Let's squeeze this person. Good evening. Your name and where you call from? Hello. What's the name and where you call from?
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where you call from?
My name is Gedeh. I'm calling from Tampa community.
Welcome to the show, Madam Waro. Let's hear from you.
Yes, you know I was on a video for Sunday. I even said $800. I am a couple. I told they said 300 for the ticket, I paid for myself, I get 250 for my son. They said no. I paid the 300. They told me now about to eat everything. It was 800. Now the game was playing. After the game was playing, the post up to the game. We all went to stadium. We all went to stadium. Yeah, I didn't know the question about Irish. But his name was just written on the seat. Every Sunday, don't wait. Every Sunday, don't wait. Well, now, one was captured for him. And he said, the men are when the men are young put out of the seat, out of the seat. If you're not bring that man back, no king will play it. They say like Jesus president, I know Jesus coordinator president.
Are you saying I can't hear?
Coordinator or president, then you making that step for remark. You call me from Kampala, then you making that step for remark. You're supposed to be the last person. So even someone else, the solicitor just start talking. No way, you couldn't listen. It is B2. We're talking to them, they say they can't listen until they brought our man back. And they carried the man back to the place he was sitting on a player bench. But all the players gathered around the player after the yell celebrating, the man say, I worry you. And I hear now, I worry you. But then they say, put him on go back on the seat to play. My brother, tell me, man, that's so much every day, did he win? That's so much every day playing with that. Let me get this time, Pepper, that when the president is always beat. Everybody gets anything. If they put you to not get anything, now what is it? When one gets somebody, how they can get anything for that one to keep the person. And I better say, better with the first year for that great advantage. That great advantage, every carry all that day. So, for me, my own suggestion is that they should get a court to Kampala because every from Kampala, this is why he is a president or coordinator. He was talking. If they were on Kampala, so let it get a court to Kampala, then put to work back. It will be all right. That's the thing. Put to a court for them again. They need a court. They will carry the court.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, John.
So that's it here on the platform. Prince, welcome.
Yeah.
While we are
you guys were discussing the game that they play in Grand Gedeh.
I mean, the issue that has to do with our lines are hard tonight. While we are waiting, the Jacob chatted about Debee. Let us keep squeezing calls in and here for them. We even your name and where you call from.
Hello, I'm the same Jim William. Let me get the level and last my talk to you.
30 seconds, Chief.
The problem I will tell you is put the wrong. To be frank, I lie to you. The any except that let the men live for it. Even if you are playing the game, when they say you can't get what they do, you play. You get your power to protect your goal, you have your don't for your play and go to your free place. So when people dance to that, then they can't the moment for them. They will pick up one up. That's why. So they won't be afraid when they are afraid about carry the ball. What you will have to put you? I will run.
Okay.
So we will not see what they're going to protect and walk out the ball. That's what I see tomorrow. That's what we see. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to this next person. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, they represent and John Wade, we said 5 o'clock the show, the representative is trying to get on. John, you hearing me?
This is what Putu is saying now. That you get a court to Kampala. Kampala, they're beating Putu around here. Kampala, they're beating Putu around here. It's not a fun district. Kampala and Putu playing. Kampala, they're beating Putu around here. But they say Putu and Kampala open the game. What happened at the end of the day? Putu will get it 1-0. They will finish with.
Thank you.
So that Putu wrong now. Then they get Kampala the court. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to this next person.
John, we got to tell the viewers now. You're not hearing me, John?
Welcome to the show. How is Jowdy? Let's hear from you.
I will have a show, John.
Grand Gedeh County is that for the senior people. So long you are from Grand Gedeh, we all are citizens of this country. You know what? The senior people that have the full rights in this country. The advantages will take it on the people. All we are saying is, and we know the right. Everyone of us knows football. We'll tell what children will not be there. They will not play. That's a variety for that even young here in talking people. Yeah. We are for whom? Our children are for whom? And they are suffering in his residence. So we say thank you all while you people there. We hearing it, we listen to very every day and night. But thank you. But why you have to do people? But thank you, can hear us. Go to the people, we are putting people on the side and that's what you say. But we'll not relent. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
John.
We will talk.
John, go on.
We have best for Average DM, but again, let's go to the line and talk to this person. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, what's the name and where you call from, Chief?
I'm Wallace.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
This boy is for 2 nights there. So bring more concern and will still concern.
Why?
Those are not about football. I didn't want and share for football. We know that in Kavala and no cause problem. And said that the man was outside. The landman put a clear order and the man was outside the Kavala man. Somebody went and break the step of the man. And last, the rebel is under rebel at home. I want to go off of and did I said to travel the same man that he has now on the tree. And the travel bring the letting them. One girl jar to take the man and carry the other home. So if they can't get for this, and then take the football, let's take the girl to the cup. Not the tree that didn't want to come in, the one rather try to help the country. All the position will see that people that want to do everything is going to grow and going to people down. So in fact, let me tell you football, even asking from Flower District, district will not allow them to kind of play.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's go on the line. Prince Robert is there now. Prince Robert is on the line. Prince, welcome. You listen to most of our colors. I think Representative Debee is getting prepared to be with us here tonight on the show. So Prince, welcome.
Thank you, John. Thank you. I'm trying to get the representative on. He having issue in the back, so we're trying to get him connected. So, well, I was calling you. I don't know if you're hearing me or not.
I mean, how to call it? I brought the line down. Your line, I brought the line down, but I was getting the signal, so I knew that you were calling me.
Well, you can go ahead with the callers, but just keep your line up because when the representative comes, then we'll go straight in the show.
Okay. So we are still taking colors while we await on Representative Debee to be with us here tonight. So let's hear from you. What's your view? What's your recommendation as related to this quote unquote district league that ended in completion? So keep your calls coming. Let's hear from you. 088-087-8382-0775-1513-08. Talk to this person. Good evening.
Sure.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm okay. What's the name of where you call from?
I'm in Wallo.
Water, welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
All right, John. When it happened between Kampala and Kyoto, the next day, as coordinator of this GISA, every took the air. And he found Kyoto, and he even attached Kyoto to him. And he said there will be no deal on him will play in the district. It happened to Kampala now. So what the air is waiting for to take the air, to tell we the citizen and pay our good money and get people to pay. Well, don't pay the post, they will not pay it. We use that money to go on the fee. So Mary, waiting for to go air now to tell we the citizen, they will not give a play or they will get it. They come to Kampala.
So Mary, I also want to ask you, Mary. Yeah, Mary, I also want to ask you, Mary. The case of real trouble is that the same with the case of Kabada?
Yes, I would say yes, John. The reason why I would say yes, they say real trouble carriers, they say on the feed, the CNS. This is why he took the airline, they found they finished real trouble when with their punishment. Now they found out he will be thousand of engineers, even thousand of directors on the field. Then now, so one official number one,
So marijuana player number 2, they simply all player bench. If they put to complain say this party is not player, this party is not official, then they please leave the bench. Kindly. And they went on their hand, what kind of vote? They went to the list and the person were not part of the official.
Hello? Okay, so she left the line, so keep the calls coming. I'm doing what I can to come with every DM. So that's everything. Everything line is off for the past 2 days now. I've been trying my best to get in contact with everything.
Yes, so George, don't remind me. And the person get out of the bench, they don't get out of the seat. And he said no, they eventually walk out. They don't bow left. Now you are asking that question now, they don't bow left. And they stop the game. The whole of fire they stop it. The bed get back. Every day they must bring the bed back. If they don't bring the bed back, no you will play. They went for you outside, they brought it back. And you went back on the seat. The same place they play, you shouldn't say that where you are. So they don't bow left. My question to you.
Your question will be answered in the nearby future.
All right. See, ask Aries for me.
I'm trying to get Aries. I'm not really getting Aries because Aries is in possession of the rules and regulations of the entire game. So I think Aries is the one to respond to the question that you asked, Mary. That's a good question. About blacking out issues, especially involving Aries here. Allegedly involving Aries here that he was angry for the fact that the traditional man of Kabbalah district was asked out of the field, and he Aries there said without the traditional man coming back on the field, there will be no game. And we need to hear from. That's a huge allegation there. We need to hear from Aries there, and concerning that, we need to hear from Aries there. But I'm trying all I could to get to Aries, but I'm not getting it. Since yesterday, I've been trying to get to Aries, but I'm not getting Aries. Let's talk to this person. Good evening. What's the name of what you call from, Chief?
I'm Emmanuel. You were calling from my FU.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you tonight.
My contribution tonight is that, when it comes to the issue of football, there are rules and regulations governing football. So every team being a coordinator in the country, as we all know, there should remain neutral in the football arena. The mistake that every them making is that as a leader in certain position, you don't have to say that. Of course, you come from Kabbalah district, as we all know. But then the level you reach, your neutrality should have been shown this position. We from precisely at Konemo district, and we left with Putu in our district, as we all depend. Everybody on now can first tonight from my district, we will all have to remain calm and then listen to the body, to the committee on how they will render their verdict. But we wanted to be like, let's follow the proper channel on how to handle the issue. So thank you very much, John, for your show. We will be calm, and then I want to appeal to my fellow citizens of Honorable Electoral District and most precisely Putu Administrative District, so that let the entire board come up with on how to handle this issue, because when it comes to constitution governing this particular, let them come up with it and then tell us how this solution will be found.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we have now Representative Jacob Gedeh. He's here with us tonight here on this platform. Debee going to be speaking to us on the issue of the soccer at the level of the 55th National Legislature that has to do with signing a resolution. Speaker of the 55th Legislature in Speaker J. Fonati Kofa. And so Prince Double is here tonight. And so I mean we are here. Okay, this is Brand Gedeh, and this is the voice of Gedeh stations. And this interview is on the voice of Gedeh YouTube channel, it's on the voice of Gedeh TV page, and then also on the Prince Double show page here tonight. It's really here on voice of Gedeh Radio. And so Prince, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Mr. Goa. The internet around the honorable area, I don't know how come, but it's reading. He finally got here, but it's reading. So we hope it gets straightened up so we can have this 1 hour with the honorable man. And yeah, what's actually happened with his colleagues, his colleagues from Grand Gedeh County, the two district number 1 and district number 2 representative. He's a representative on district number 3, and we're gonna want to hear why and which side is he on. You hear me, John?
Come again, Prince.
I said we want to hear from the honorable man. We want to know which side he's on and which side. I mean, he on this national issue with the lawmaker, the speaker. So
Yes, we actually want to know the side of the representative. The last time when I checked, you conducted an interview with Barik Johnson and other Representative Sukan, and both of them, I mean, showcase their side and I mean, successful. So tonight we want to know. We also want to hear from the honorable man. Let him come here on the show and tell us his side. What's really prompted him to have supporting um Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, because most of the colleagues, I mean, they have a lot of things they say on your platform, like what Sokan said. Sokan said when he entered the house, he spent 45 days before furnishing his office, and he used his own resources wherein the speaker was in the house. And he's also entering the house and he's now in another committee. So that's his inner that's his inner issue with the speaker, away from the 6 counts against the speaker.
but
So
sitting on committees, John, sitting on committees or being on committees, I don't think I buy that, because when Sokan entered there, he been in now going to 6 months, and the speaker was elected in January. The committees have already been set up. So when he got there, I mean, they're not going to move people from one committee and put you there. I mean, obviously they have to be in an opening before they will put him on a committee. So I didn't buy that one. But then one thing he made, what he said he pawned his house to open the road in Chien district, in the Chien district area. I don't know how true is that is, because at one point we heard that he took $50,000 from the county that district's account to open the road, carry some yellow machines in there to open the roads, and on the show he said he pawned his house. I don't know which house is pawned
yeah,
to
yeah.
open the
So
road.
Prince, the issue is when Representative Sokan appear on the radio on Top FM, one of our sister stations around here, said that he took loan from one of his friends um, to open alleys and other streets here in Zwaju. But to my utmost surprise, on the show of recent, for Representative Sokan to come out and say he pawned his house to come and open alleys and clean some of the streets here in Georgia. So his statements are contradictory. And so I don't really know what Sokan was actually thinking on when he voiced out the kind of a statement, two separate statements, contradictory statements. The first one, he borrowed money from his friend, or he loaned money from somewhere to come and work here in the district. And the next one is wherein he talked about he owning his house. I mean, I don't really know where we are as it relates to the statement made by Representative uh, Jeremiah Gausuka. He also talked about how their money that should have been given to them, which is that the 100,000 that was allotted to each of the representative has been cut down to 50,000. I mean, so these are issues that he has to.
That particular statement was made by Honorable Maurice Johnson, Kunamo District Representative. She talks about the $150,000 that they talked about, and they went to their constituents, and they went to their county, to the district, and talked to the people that, well, they're going to give us $150,000 to come and do some projects here.
100,000.
Yeah, okay,
100,000,
100,000.
150 to the Senate and 100 to.
Yeah. And then later on, the budget was passed, and the speaker came and later on and told them that only 50,000 they would give. So she trying to go and say that the speaker is involving corrupt action, corrupt acts, taking the people's money. So that, man, you taking $50,000, if that's true, you taking $50,000 from each district and 2 senators. That's about $250,000 you take it from the county. But if he did it to all the counties and all the districts in Liberia, then I mean, but if he only did it, and then the next allegation again, the next thing she said, I mean, against the speaker was that every time the speaker put on committees, and when she go there, there's someone there too at that committee. Then he's gonna call her last minute time and say, "Oh, that committee I put you on, just forget about it. I already got somebody." And she said, you were like demeaning to her, disrespectful to her, putting her on committees and taking off from on committees. So those are things that made her to take. Yeah, Andrew, answer gay. How you doing, brother? To vote against him, but she swore that she did not take any a penny, no money. Even Debee, let me say Debee, excuse me. Sokan said he did not take any money also.
Yeah, so Prince, when the both of them get realized that Speaker Kofa cut down the 100,000 that was to be given to them to 50,000, for which they affixed their signature to the resolution to removing Speaker Kofa as Speaker of the 55th National Legislature. So are they telling us that if this issue was not going to come out, they're not going to tell their constituency as it relates to these issues that has to do with the cutting down of the 100,000? What were they waiting for? What were they actually waiting for?
She said they were having issue to go back to the people. After they went to the people and told them 150,000. Then going back to them and telling them there's only 100,000 coming. That was an issue that they're going to have with the people, that they're not going to. There's a trust issue now. People won't believe them. So those are and then she said, and it counts to that 6 counts against the speaker now. We see there's a 6 counts against the speaker, and there are 43 people who of his colleagues that want to get him out. 43 of them, and there are other 30 on the other side that want to keep him. So I don't know how the rigmarole going to end. The lawmakers, they went to the area yesterday. They had separate chambers, or the 42, the 43. I mean, had another. They were in another chamber, and the other 30. They didn't read quorum. They were like 28. 2 was not there, so they were 38. 28. I mean, so they joined that one. Kufa's group joined that, and they left. And the other group, they got the rope or Thomas Farah to come and preside. So Thomas Farah responded and said they will give him tomorrow, which is Thursday, that he's going to be there. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock, your time, we're going to see if Farah will go in. You will see if Farah will go in. I don't know whether on the internet in Liberia, the representative was here. Then later on, he left. He said he texted me that he's having issue. in coming on. Maybe
Yeah,
your internet is connected to the one in Wedru. So
or people, I don't really know what the lawmakers um allegedly signing for 15,000 just to remove a speaker, wherein thousands of citizens in Liberia are living in actual poverty. Prince, the honorable man is now back on the line. I think you can usher him in.
Hello, Honorable Jacob Debee. How are you, sir? Are you hearing us?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Okay. John
Yeah,
Goa
good
is
evening,
in.
Chief. How's everything?
Are you
John,
getting me?
yeah, we're getting
Yes, I'm
you.
hearing you loud. I'm hearing you loud. Are you
Okay.
hearing me too?
Yeah, we are hearing you. We're hearing you, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
you want to set your phone down so it can be steady. It can start
Okay,
moving. Yeah, just put a little thing there and lay it, so you can. So John Goa is in. The honorable left again. Oh, this internet thing.
We hope that he comes back here on the line. We hope he comes back. The network is really giving the honorable man hard time there in Monrovia, Liberia too. That's in my country. We hope that Honorable D comes back here on the line, so that we can start the conversation here tonight. This is Voice of Gedeh, and this is the full grain face the issues, and we are here on the Prince Double Show tonight. Uh, we are here to conduct an interview with the um,
John, the
we are
honorable
here to
man is having
conduct.
issue joining us.
That's a network problem. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
think I think these are the two GSM components. So if Lone Star is given a problem, you switch to Orange. If Orange is given a problem, you switch to
Yeah.
Lone Star.
That's what he need to do is switch to one of them stuff, and so we can have this show because I mean getting
So,
dark a little.
Joseph T. Yone, I think you can tell your boss man if Lone Star is given a problem, let your boss man
Yeah,
switch to Orange.
I mean, his assistants can help him up in that process. Switch it out to another thing to get it on.
So Joseph T. Yone can also help in the process. You can help your boss. Once the Orange is given problem, you switch to Lone Star. If the
You
Lone Star
switch
given
it.
problem, switch to Orange. That's it. The country now, country is in a serious constitutional crisis.
They will sort it out.
Yeah, no, we hope and pray that they work on that. We're also getting some unconfirmed information that the Senate also want to remove the pro tempering.
What's
These are
their greasy?
information I'm
What's
also
their greasy?
getting.
Anytime Unity Party get into leadership, they keep going around moving people. That's a bad precedent that we're seeing from the Unity Party. It started with Ellen Johnson City. I see her celebrating her annual 86 or what kind of birthday. How are we going to celebrate a crooked old lady who brought the country to its knees? I don't submit to those kind of stuff. I just see people running around. Put it. So I told one of my friends to start sending me those kind of stuff because I don't roll with rebels. She's a rebel. I don't do with that, and that's my belief. And I still going to stick with it until I go. But again, you guys were talking about soccer in Grand Jira County. Is the ball, the game they're playing now, is it to why are they playing all these districts? They got a district called Kavala District.
Yeah, they have Kampala district, 8
But it's
administrative
not. It's not.
districts in Great.
Is it something? Or they're trying to get it up so we can get another representative? which of course to me would be nice.
That's, we have 8 administrative districts and 3 electoral districts. But getting some unconfirmed information that Kabada might like this thing as district, as electoral district, giving Grand Gedeh County 4 districts, 4 electoral districts. So we hope and pray. But Kabada is big though. Kabada is big.
That would be good. That would be a very good thing if we get a Kavala district added to get a 4 districts instead of the 3 we got. Even though our leaders that are on top of those 3, we don't know what they are doing, but we need our district to add up more representation on there on the national scene. Yeah, well.
Sure.
So what your take on the interview with the lawmaker Soka?
I mean, Soka was just. I mean, he was Van Ball. In that, I mean, Soka was very Van Ball in that interview. And he was speaking a lot of big book.
Yeah. I like what in some kind of English class, or in some kind of an English class, some kind of thing. I don't know what's going on with Honorable Jacob Debee. I don't know. He don't have. I mean, these guys are supposed to have their even though it's dark, it's late over there, so maybe their deputies or their will leave and go home. But there are some people who will
he needs to have his technical team.
Yeah, to help him up. Because this interview was supposed, so they were supposed to do that, send him the link about 3 o'clock, 2.5 hours from I want to send him the link. So he should have, gone there and straighten it up. But and you said they want to move or the pro tem. I don't know what the pro tem.
Yeah, these are information I'm getting.
Yeah, these are
information. I speak the Senate also want to move the pro tem. They had a lot of allegation against her, and so they also want to move on. Can you imagine that? The citizens of this country are living in actual property, and this pro tem to the Senate is giving it a grand bastard. They want to marry me. They say they went for how to call it, and they went for retreat. People want to marry me. They go for retreat. They go bluff the people in Grand Bassa. Take the taxpayer money and go Grand Bassa.
She went there and took $10,000 and gave it to her past church.
Yes.
You really took the people to her father's church and they paid offering or wherever, tie or wherever the heck they call it and gave them $10,000. All the churches in Grand Bassa, she went to her father's church. And these are the people who came to come liberate and rescue the nation. As we speak, a lot of people now taking pay. The AFL complaining about getting their pay, 7 no pay. But Joseph Boyka and his group can travel freely and go around the world and spend cash money. You got a credit card with almost 100,000 on it. Now Darius, he don't complain no more. He said the country was in I know what kind of hole. It's not in no septic tank. Now the country is moving on because they are in leadership and they are stealing. This government is going to go down as one of those corrupt government.
Yeah, so let me see. I think I have something here I can send to you. Be playing it in the meantime. This is one. And then this
thing about lawmakers receiving bribe money to move the man is the only thing, but there was no money involved in it. I mean that's just colleagues. Honorable?
Yes, Chief.
What going on? You click the link in it. What's in it? What's up here too is not going through?
No, I don't understand why this thing. I don't know that Gedeh is playing. Oh, what? Let me try the WhatsApp again. Yeah.
Yeah, hit the WhatsApp and follow the instruction and see. WhatsApp tend to go through quicker.
Yeah, so I just done the WhatsApp.
So if they don't go like that, honorable, then we'll just do the interview and we'll get your voice there. We'll call you. We'll do the interview like this.
I think so.
But we wanted to actually bring you on so your people can see you. But if you don't go through, we'll still use it. We'll use this.
I just see my face too. Maybe
Yeah. But if you don't go through, try the WhatsApp. Let me send a link back. If you try the WhatsApp, if you don't go through, then you can.
You can also look at the network setting. You can also look at the
Honorable,
setting of the network.
when I Lone Star you using you're not working, you sell.
the orange I'm using.
Okay, then use Lone Star because when I was there too, we were doing it. When I'm using Orange or whatever they call it ain't working, I go to Lone Star.
Yeah, it's raining.
Yeah, just try it. Switch networks and see. So I mean, I told him to switch network and see what will happen there. It is. He says it's raining. Also, John, is it raining in Zwedru?
It was raining from the beginning, but now it stopped.
Yeah, it's raining on his thing. Mr. Gay, we don't talk government is everything. The lawmakers, they are part of the government. A Boyka is stealing, everybody going to steal. He's the head. He's stealing, everybody going to steal. Like where we are, he was not talking, so all his people were doing what they could do and get away, and got away with it. Yeah. Well, look at what they did to Amin Muda. He bought a car, they removed him, he resigned, and the guy who gave him the money, double jara, because he's a loafer man. He and Boaga from the same place, Loma, Gisi, or all those things. He still got his job. But the guy from Commerce, the Lebanese, so-called Lebanese guy gone. The government is kissing God. And we don't hear you talking about it. Travel thing all over the place. Joseph Boaga, they're going to make him to travel when he leave. Then they got Crispy, then taking the money, they're stealing. And that's about
the PPCC laws and the speaker never
nobody
do
can
anything.
hear about the yellow machine. Anybody hearing about yellow machine? They said they were going to get
yellow machine black.
Yellow machine enter in level.
So I mean, Boaga needs to be serious in this place. Seriously, Boaga needs to be serious.
Yeah. So the speaker tomorrow will be heated. We don't know if Tomo Fala will go. If Tomo Fala will go to the 43, because tomorrow is the deadline. They give him to appear in front there and conduct the affairs. If he refuses to go over there, they're probably you're gonna have a severe punishment too, like the speaker. So he better go there. It's in a serious issue. I think to me, it's in a serious, because his colleagues from the majority group wrote him, the 43 wrote him to come and take over the function. And he wrote them back, saying he was consulting a lawyer and he will be there tomorrow. So when Tomo Farah goes to that place tomorrow, it's a shot. Your man gone. I mean, Kofa will go. He eventually going to leave when Tomo Farah go on that end. We just had a representative off and on. He said internet. So there was nothing we can do about it, Mange Alicia. Internet. There was nothing. You can't grab him and bring him here and hold him and say put the internet on. He came on like 2-3 times. It went back off. I called him. He said he's trying the other network to start to come in.
Most especially, it is raining in Monrovia. It is raining in Monrovia. I don't know when this rainy season will come to an end. Even in Zwedru, it was raining from the beginning. But as God will have it, I mean, the rain ceased. So we are here.
Honorable. Honorable. Yeah.
It's not working, so I don't know why.
Okay. Well, John, you hear me, the honorable?
Yeah, I'm getting him loud and clear.
So, honorable, that do it right here. That do it here. You got the time for her to do the interview here?
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right, John, you hearing him?
I'm hearing.
Yes, I'm hearing. Yes, you're hearing.
How the entire world waiting to hear me, but then again, it's embarrassing.
I know, boy. We'll straighten it up, honorable. But tonight we can have your audio, your voice, and then the people know your voice. They know your voice. They know your voice. So John Guai is in Grand Gedeh in the studio sitting there. The people in Grand Gedeh are hearing the honorable man, the district number 3 representative. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the honorable Jacob Debee. The Debee like this the Kui way boy on your Dewey Debee.
Yeah, so it's Jacob Debee.
Yeah, Jacob Debee.
Yeah.
John Guai, welcome your lawmaker.
Honorable Debee, I'd like to take this time to welcome you here on this platform. We're live on Voice of Gedeh on the Voice of Gedeh TV page, the YouTube channel, and that of the Prince Double Show page. And so tonight, we'd like to wholeheartedly welcome you from the angle of the Kofa block, wherein two of lawmakers from Grand Gedeh are from the angle of the anti-Kofa block. Of recent, they were on Prince Double Show, and the Voice Hour really prompted them to affix their signature on the resolution that has to do with the removal of the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature. So thank God that we have you on the show tonight. So, Honorable Debee, let's hear from you. Where are we if it comes to this quote-unquote saga of the Speaker?
Good evening. Good evening, John. Good evening, Prince. And good evening to all of our listeners, those who are listening via radio, online, via the WhatsApp or Messenger or Facebook, whatsoever means you are using tonight to watch this show. I am so sorry that I couldn't come live. I have tried since 8:45. We have tried the link to get connected. At times we try, we were able to get into the studio, but then we were not able to have the interview conducted. So I am sorry for not appearing for you to see me, but we are going to interact via WhatsApp. Hopefully that this interview will be conducted, and I'll be able to address your concerns and be able to provide some information as it regards the saga that is up Capitol Hill for the past 2 weeks. So this is not a new thing. The entire country, the entire world is aware of what's happening to Liberia and what's happening at our Capitol building. So I am one of those. I'm one of those 30 persons who supporting I'm one of those 30 persons who supporting the speaker. I am not just supporting the speaker. I am supporting the Constitution of Liberia. I am in favor of maintaining the rules, the Constitution, and our orders as legislators. So I am in favor of the Constitution. I'm in favor of due process. I'm in favor of upholding the Constitution, which I swore an oath on the 15th of January to uphold, to protect, and defend. So I am protecting the Constitution.
All right, John.
Yes,
so that's my position.
Okay, Honorable.
Yes, sir.
Let me try another way. I want people to actually see your face. Okay. So I'm going to call you on Messenger.
Okay.
I will call you on video on Messenger. Please answer.
You want people to see my...
Yeah, I will call you on video on Messenger and link you to the stuff. So, John, let me try that one.
Yeah, try the other method. Let's see. Let our people see a representative.
And I see anything. Rejected. He's on another call. That's what it said. But I actually wanted people to let me share the link. Then I will get the other side there. Then share the screen. Okay. Now we'll get him. Let me try one more time.
You get him now?
Breaking.
So keep following. This is Voice of Gedeh. 88.5, we broadcast to you from Suwaju Green, Gedeh County, wherever you want to serve tonight, whatever you are doing. I'd like to say do it to the best of your ability. I'd like to say good morning, good afternoon, and even wherever you want to serve. So we hope and pray that we have Representative Jacob Gedeh by Debee, District number.
According to your messenger, you're not answering. They say rejected. Yeah, go by on messenger.
I hope the speaker is not calling him too. But everybody now has security on security. And I tend to forget about any of your colleagues. They will some side.
Okay, honorable. Mr. Goa, you see the honorable?
No, I'm not seeing him.
Uh, 1 minute, give me 1 minute. Let me try to see what I can do here. Stop it. All right, messenger. You see him now? And you see the honorable John?
He has not displayed there. He has not displayed there.
John,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
seeing
seeing
the
him
honor.
now.
I'm seeing the honorable. People watching seeing it. So honorable, you are
I'm
live
seeing
now.
him.
That's the only way we can go ahead and do it when the internet is giving private. So honorable, are you hearing us?
I'm hearing you very loud.
Okay, John, go ahead.
Okay.
The honorable is here. The honorable, you are speaking to the issue that you support the Constitution and you support Honorable Kofa.
Yes. Yes. So again, at least I am being seen now by my audience, and I'm grateful that you were able to invite me, Honorable Prince M. Double. I think this is my first time on your show. I'm
Yes.
glad that I'm here tonight. Yes, and from all indications, there are millions or if not thousands now of people watching and following us tonight. So I'm glad to be on this widely viewed and widely listened to platform. I am Jacob Chetabadibi Iseko. I represent the people of Basan District, Grand Gedeh County, which is district number 3. And I am a freshman, a lawmaker in terms of tenure. This is my first year, and we have just spent almost 10. In fact, this is the 10th month, and we have learned a lot. And I'm sure the experience from January 15 to present has helped us to reach this stage and be able to make some informed decisions.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Honorable. We're going to have a discussion, John and myself. You've been listening to in Grand Jita because John is in the studio, voice of Jita. So after we had a interaction with you, then we're going to open the line. We'll put our numbers here. People in Zvedru, they'll call you, hear them with question. And the people over here too in the diaspora, I'll put my number and they're going to call. And when they get question, they will ask you question. But to our viewers out there, our audience, you have to ask your question professionally. No disrespect to our honorable man. If you try to do, I will tell John to cut your phone off and go to the next person. Once we bring our guests here, we have to respect them, and that's our rules. Thank you again, honorable man, for accepting our invitation to appear on the show to clarify some national issue. Now it's not just Grand Gedeh. The thing is now in the whole Republic of Liberia, and you guys that are representing our community from Grand Gedeh, you guys, it's your responsibility to explain things when your people don't understand it, and that's what you guys are doing. I really appreciate that, and thanks for that. So, John, you got your question to the honorable man?
Yeah, I have mine. Honorable Debee, good evening again. We been following this quote unquote the speaker's saga in the House of Representatives, and some of your colleagues from Grand Gedeh County, the likes of Representative Jeremiah Gao Soka and Representative Mary Johnson, they are all part of the anti-COFA bloc. Why really motivated for which you have not joined your colleagues and then you cross over to the COFA bloc?
Honorable Debee, you understood the man's question?
No, I didn't hear him. Was he speaking?
Yeah, he said, what motivated you to join Mr. Honorable Kofa's group? They 30 numbers. They got 43
so
and
what
30.
happened? What happened is that on the 15th of January, we swore an oath to protect the constitution of this country.
Yeah.
Our rules are very clear. The rules were amended and adopted by the 53rd legislature, and the rules are very, very clear in terms of what it requires to remove a speaker, to remove a deputy speaker, or an official of our committees. Our rules are very, very clear. So because our rules are clear and we are governed by our rules, each house, according to the Constitution of Liberia, Article 40 of our Constitution. Let me be exact.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Article 40 of our Constitution says each house shall adopt its own rules of procedure in force order and with the concurrence of 2/3 of the entire membership may expel a member of the house for cause. And it says, in fact, sorry, that 38B, 38C says, all rules adopted by the legislature shall conform to the requirements of due process of law laid down in this Constitution. So the Constitution, 38, Article 38 talks about we as members, we can adapt our own rules. And when we adapt our rules, we must be able to give due process. And a two-thirds of our majority must be willing to adopt the resolution to remove that person.
Okay.
Rule 9 of our
So you feel that there is no due process?
No, there was no due process. There was no due process. There was no due process, and there are procedure in doing a resolution. The first thing you have to do, you have to give that person the courtesy. You have to complain. You have to complain either by verbal or by written. But preferably, you have to do a written communication as a complaint on the person's character. That person should be asked. It should be placed on our agenda. We will read the complaint. He or she will recuse himself or herself from the process for due process. All of those processes were not satisfied. Few persons got together and said they want to remove the speaker. For what reason? They outlined some reasons. They outlined 6 counts. Some of them might be genuine, some are not. But whatsoever it is, once you are convinced that this is the reason why you want to remove a speaker or a deputy speaker,
we have to respect you and say, okay, your rules are according to you, they are genuine, and so we'll give you the courtesy so that you can be able to have the due process and be able to give the person who you have accused due process. At least give that person a listening ear. Our constitution says that, and because all of us has legislators, the 73 of us were elected purposely to to have oversight, to have representation and make law.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that what we are having oversight on is protected, and the laws that we make are maintained, are protected, are defended, and are upheld. We can make laws and break the laws. We can make laws and violate the laws. So when we who are lawmakers start to violate the laws, what will the ordinary citizens do? How can we hold them accountable for their wrongs that they do? If we who are enlightened, we who should know that this is not right, will go and do the wrong things. Who gonna save this country? Who gonna make sure that this country is upright? So because I stand by the law, because I am a law-abiding citizen, I said no, we can't unjustly remove a speaker by resolution of few persons. Our rules are clear. They say rule 9 of our rules and order. It says the speaker, deputy speaker, and other officers of the house may be removed from office for cause by a resolution of a two-thirds majority of the member of the house. So to remove a speaker, there is a clear laid down principles, clear laid down and specific rules how a speaker or deputy speaker or other members can be removed. It's not when you have 45 persons, they remove the speaker. It says clearly you must have two-thirds of the majority, two-thirds majority of the members. Like like we have our constitution say for you to be elected as a president, you must have 50 plus one of our population,
Yes.
50% plus one of the number of persons that cast their ballots. When you don't have it, you can have majority. Once you don't reach that 50 plus one, you will not you will not be pronounced president. So if we can confirm, if we can agree to doing such, why can't we do the same with the remover? Are they telling me that when we go to elections, and for example, Unity Party got majority of the vote, should the senator of Unity Party say, "I'm not going to run off election because I have the majority"? That's not the constitution. That's not the law. That's not what the rule says. So why can't we go by the rules? If you
So
think you have the power to remove the person, I mean the speaker, get the 49 votes, get the 39 signatures, and come, let's start the process.
so honorable, you guys
Yeah.
are three from Grand Gedeh, District 1, District 2, and District 3. You represent District 3. This
Yes.
Rick Maru that is going on, move the speaker, all that stuff. You got District 1 signing to remove the speaker, the petition. You got District 2 signing, even though
Yeah.
there are allegations of bribery and all that stuff. But since this whole thing started, have you met your colleagues from the other two districts? Sit with them and see
Oh yes.
why they sign and what they told you when you met them.
So I know they spoke for themselves, and because they are my honorable and I respect their decision. When we spoke the first time, uh, I was not told that they were going to sign. So when my colleagues told me that my two comrades have signed, adopted it because they took honorable and myself. We have a very good relationship. So I was surprised when I saw the resolution and saw their signatures. So when I asked them, they have their own reasons. I'm sure they have said their reasons why they signed, and so we have to respect their reasons. So as my colleagues, I respect their decision, but I thought that they should have, from where we come, we are law-abiding people, and so we should be able to go by the law. The law says you must have 49 signatures to remove a speaker.
To
It didn't say you can have majority to remove the speaker. So they have their own answer to give. But as I'm saying, for me, I am going by the law.
The Constitution of Liberia is what governs us, and our rules that were adopted by the 53rd and that we are using now. It tells us how to proceed. And as we said in Article 38 of our Constitution, it gives us, the House, the right to adapt our rules. And when our rules are adopted, they must conform with the Constitution, and all the rules and policy and orders that we have must be done through due process. So when you are accused, when you violate one of the laws, you must be given due process. That's what the Constitution says, and that's what I'm supporting. So my colleagues have their right to do what they want to do. The Liberians and our constituents will have to always ask us. All of us are answerable to our constituent members.
Okay. All right. The next question brings me to this allegation of bribery, people receiving money. As a lawmaker, you are there, your colleagues, you heard the news of people receiving 15,000. There was some lawmaker sitting in the car showing the money that he received. Anybody ever came to you to sign any document so you can receive money?
I didn't. Documents were not brought to me. Colleagues called me to join them, and I said, "What are the reasons for which you want to remove the speaker?"
But when they call you, did they offer you money? Did they bring any talk about money?
No, nobody offered me money. Nobody offered me money because I'm one person who has been very, very critical. They know me that when there is an issue, I don't sit in the back to complain. I confront the person who has offended me. So they know me for that. So to be frank, no one has approached me to tell me about money. They have only told me to join them. And whenever I ask them, why you want me to join you? Why you want to remove the speaker? The reasons they give me, not what they have on the papers. So I say you are misleading the people. You are telling them one thing and then you have another thing on the paper. So for me to join you, I must be convinced that the speaker has violated, the speaker has proceeded wrongly. But for all the counts that you have on your paper, they are not counts for me to remove a speaker. I think those are disingenuous, and you people are being smart. You're playing smart to get, to lure us into doing what you want us to do to achieve your goals. So I did not sign it, but I saw, I got a video, I got a voice recording on Thursday morning. One of our first one Luther Collins from Bapolu County was called, and fortunately for him, he had, some of the guys have their phones that when you call them, they record automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So in that process, they had a recording where uh, colleagues of ours were in the background asking him to go and sign for that. In fact, at 25,000, but they were giving 15 at the first time when they plan, the mission succeeds, they were giving about 10,000. So that morning when he came, we were able to strategize. I think we met in DJ Blue Bernard Benson's office, and we strategized how to ensure to get the resolution, because it was women that were hearing wanted to get the actual evidence. So we told him, what you need to do, go call them back and tell them that you are ready for the process you want to sign. And then when you go to sign, you get the resolution. Our intent was to get the resolution, not the money. So when he got there, that morning we organized, we rented two different cars from the car dealership. We went on 4th Street. He drove in his car. We're in two different cars. He went there, got in the car with the fellows, got the money, got the resolution. He acted like he was signing. He told the guys, "You're giving plastic, the money too much." In the process of looking for plastic, he jumped out of the car, ran into our own vehicle, and the driver, one Papi Flomo, Edgar Papi Flomo, drove him, and we went after him. That's how we got the resolution to know how many persons were listed, and the money was seized as an FOC to be able to tell the Liberians that the guys that are removing the speaker, that want to remove the speaker, they are not doing it because of the violation that they claim to have had against the speaker, but they have some inner motives. It will amaze you to know that some of their colleagues have signed this resolution as far back as May, when the government was still being composed, when the government was still being constituted, when our committees and other people were being appointed on committees, these guys were soliciting signatures to remove the speaker. So it more than just those 6 counts that are listed. And for me, I don't want to harm any innocent person. I know what it is when an innocent person is harmed. We Grenadians, we went through that by guilt. We were generalized and were segregated. We were discriminated in this country. We had all kinds of names people were calling us. So I went through that. At one point in Moravia, I was the only person from my family in Moravia, and I had to be able to survive some all the situations. So I know what it is for you to be lied upon. I know what it is for you to be discriminated. I know what it is for people to gang up against you falsely. So because of my orientation, I said to myself, when I grow up, I will not harm anyone. I will not lie on anyone. I will make sure that there is justice for everything because that's
So,
what we
so,
sought
so,
for.
so, so honorable, what you saw that day, one of your colleagues, they call him, they brought
Yeah.
money, they said, bring the
Mhm.
petition. You saw him got in the
Mhm.
people car, he ran out, you saw money. So your two colleagues from
Yeah.
Grand Gedeh, do you think they received money to sign that paper? Do you believe?
I I can believe that.
Money were passing
I don't
around,
believe
and
it.
15 grand were passing around. So you don't believe that they signed, Honorable Sokan signed,
No,
Honorable
no,
Johnson
no.
signed to receive money, or they just signed willingly?
I don't know whether they got money, but they have themselves. They are very mature persons. They can explain. They can defend themselves. But I know that this Luther Collins was called to sign
And you
for
were on the
money.
scene, you
So
went with him, you were there in person.
we yes we went with 3 cars. The car that Luther was his own car, plus the 2 other cars that we got from
I rented a lot.
the car rental center right down of or the bypass. We did that so that they can notice our plates. We try to disguise ourselves so that we can be able because we're trying to find a way to twat and have evidence of what they were doing. So if they could call Luther for that, maybe they did the same for the others. But I can say because I didn't see it, none of them told me that they received money. So I can say they received, and they have their reason for doing what they did. I know they were on your show, and they said what they why they signed the resolution for
One
me.
of the reasons both of them gave was they not on committee. You guys from Grand Gedeh, three of you are not on committee. Are you on any committee?
No, yes, we are on committees. All of us are on committees. For the matter of fact, my colleague from District 2 is the chair the Labure Repatriation Committee,
Or the
the LRRC. She's the chair.
triple RC? She's
Yeah,
on
the
that
Triple
committee.
RC.
How about Soka?
She's chair on that.
How about
Yeah,
Soka?
and she's. I mean, as for Soka, he came late. Soka went into a by-elections, right?
So
So
he
by the
probably
time he came,
he
the
came around May.
committees have been constituted.
Yeah, he came around May, I think April, May. So obviously they were committee
Yeah.
already set up. So I don't know if he
Okay.
expected
So at that time,
figure.
committees have been all committees have been set up, but still at that, he were placed on other committees. So maybe he has his reason, but everybody were placed on committees. Some of us, I think I could have been the most disenchanted person, but because I know that there are times for everything, there are seasons for everything. In my life, I learned to be a servant, then to become a leader. I know that when you are a servant, when you serve today, tomorrow, someone will serve you. So I got disciplined to that. So I'm not moved by what my situations are. I know that it's not the title that gives me the relevance. It's what I do with the title that gives me the relevance. So I have always believed that wheresoever I am assigned or wheresoever I am situated or asked to work or asked to be, I must be able to to bring out the best, because I know that there is no second chance for first impression. So whatsoever that I am, I make sure that I do my best and do it to the best of my abilities. So whenever I meet you, I must make that first impression. So whichsoever committees they put me on, I agree. I was placed on some committees and I was removed from those committees, and some of my colleagues were placed there. I didn't complain. So for them to say that, yes, everybody have their egos, and so they are right for saying that. But for me, the reason for removing, for signing this day, I could not sign because I thought it was not a right thing to do. But again, they have their reason, and we respect their reasons for which they did it.
Yeah.
I don't want us to dwell on them. I want us to respect them for what they did. And I know all of us have, and we were elected by
Yeah.
our own constituents. I was elected by District 3, even though for Grand Gedeh, but I must represent District 3. When it comes to the greater good of Grand Gedeh, all of us put our arms together. We muscle our courage, we muscle our colleagues on the floor, and we are able to get things done. So as a country, we work together. As individual, yes, we have our individual differences, we have our individual reasons to do things, but I think we should respect them for that. And they are entitled to their views, they are entitled to what they want to do. But I could not sign because I saw no reason, and I saw that the Constitution was being compromised.
So,
Yes. Yeah. So
John,
so so on with DB.
1 minute, John.
Um,
Honorable Debee, when John speak, can you hear
Yes, sir.
him? Do you hear John?
No, John is low. I don't know whether
John, you can
is there
hear.
another way,
John,
but
you can hear the honorable.
I'm getting the honorable loud and
So
clear
that
here in the
means
studio. I'm getting him.
it being relayed in Grand Gedeh. The people in Grand Gedeh are hearing you.
okay.
If time to John, if John, you had a question, I will translate. I will relay
Yes,
your
yes, I
question.
have a question. Prince,
Yes, I think you do
why it
that.
is true
You are the
that
middleman.
yeah, Prince, why it
Yes.
is true that the anti-Kofa bloc they were allegedly caught in the
No.
process of
Exactly.
receiving bribery to sign a resolution to remove Speaker J. Fonati Kofa. But again, there is this unconfirmed information reaching us, which says that the Kofa bloc also received allegedly received 20,000 to support Speaker Kofa into this process.
How
DB,
many thousand?
how
How
true
many
it is?
thousand?
Can you bring us up to speed?
How many thousand, John?
20,000, 20,000. Each of the lawmakers that are supporting Speaker J. Fonati Kova allegedly received 40,000 from the office of the Speaker.
Okay, Mr. Honorable Dibbley.
Yes, sir.
Okay, John's question is that the group from the speakers group that are supporting
Yeah,
Honorable Kofa.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
alleged that you guys received
Uh-huh.
$20,000 support. I mean, $20,000 to support the speaker. This is where you guys are sticking with
That's
him. Was there any
that's
money?
not true.
It was it because you know that like now lobbying. We call it lobbying here.
No,
Was there any cash
no,
received by Honorable Dibbley
not at
from
all.
the
Not
speaker?
at all. Not a dime. Not a dime was received. Let me tell you this thing, Prince. We this country the past 2-3 times. In fact, the Senate pro tempore, our own uncle, our own brother, Honorable
Isaac.
Ambassador Isaac, yeah, was removed unconstitutionally.
Yeah.
He was removed from his position by political means. No one spoke against it. His colleagues were not able to stand with him. Edwin Snow was removed from his position by a political means. They couldn't remove him. The Constitution, the Supreme Court ruled in his favor. At the end of the day, his colleagues left him and he was forced to resign. Ellis Tyler was the same way. He was removed by a political means. This United Party government is noted for undermining or leaders, is noted for removing speakers. This time, it's not going to happen. This speaker is not going to resign on any pressure because we want to make sure that this country is a country of laws. We can't set that kind of precedent again. Not because it happened in, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, that it must happen now. No, we're not going to do it. Let me tell you this thing, John. We were elected to be able to show the difference. There are things that are happening here. Sometimes you follow my post. There are things that happen. You go into the House of Representatives, and the people will say yay, nay to all kinds of things. The recast budget, I know you heard it. The recast budget, Honorable Soka was placed on the resource committee because he comes from a financial background. Honorable Mary Johnson is a member of the Ways and Means Committee. Honorable Soka was part of the group that was trying to recast the budget. Because of his presence and the Honorable Mary's presence in the committee, at the committee on Waste Means, they were able to find extra money, 100,000, and put in for the Gedeh University. When they brought the budget to debate, I raised an issue that monies for CSA, monies for internal affairs, and all the areas should be cut, scraped off, and put to education and health. The same group that going against the speaker today, one Rachel Kuhn from Montserrat, district number 12, he made a motion, and Honorable Fala, the deputy speaker, was presiding. The speaker was nowhere around. The deputy speaker was presiding over that evening, around 7 p.m. Rachel Kuhn made a motion to reduce our 100,000 to $40,000. And the colleagues, the rest of them, to the dismay of Honorable Soka and myself, they raised that motion. The same people that they are with today, they made a motion to disadvantage Gedeh. I almost tore the sheet for him. They went and did that motion, and they scrapped up the 60,000. They gave up 40,000. I didn't stop there. I have bought physically. I have bought one of my colleagues because I said it was very wrong. You can have Gedeh University had gone to granting a bachelor degree. So you can't give us the same amount of dollars when we're providing and offering associate degree. Now we have bachelor degrees. It means that our capacity in terms of employment will have to change, will increase. So because it has increased, you need to increase the allotment. So we needed 100,000 to be able to offset our budget. I made that's 10.
And by the way, I got that video where Kuhn made that, and Richard
Yes.
Kuhn made that, and you and Kuhn and Sokan was very angry.
Yeah.
And you
exactly.
You almost punch people.
And we didn't just stop there. We didn't stop there.
So Prince.
But one of my colleagues for being foolish. You can look at Gedeh and think that we are a less county. They don't have any capacity more than us. The only thing is that the numbers, and that's what I said. Once we go by the laws, the right things will be done, and that's why I have to be the one to defend what the law says, because I don't want to be seen as somebody who compromises this constitution. How tomorrow, how will my children, how will my district, my county look at me to be if I now will go and start to compromise this constitution that was hijacked, that was overthrown by Liberians. 1990, they overthrew this constitution, and because of that, many of our people died. Over 200,000 people died. Why? Because people don't want to follow the laws. So if we now say we don't want people to do the same thing, why should we do it now in the 21st century? I was one person who co-sponsored the bill for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code. Why did I do it? Because I want justice. Why do I do it? Because I know that when we do it, there will be precedents. There will be deterrence. There will be reason for people to not just go and harm people, will not just go and take the money that belongs to the entire country for one person. So when we have these kinds of codes instituted, there will be people who will say we have to walk on check line. So I can be the one advocating for social justice. I can be the one advocating for economic justice. Then I go and sign on the dotted line onto something that will breach the Constitution, that will break and spoil what I said. I can't be doing that. I must be upright. I must be able to stand for what I want and say no to this. So the question that John asked, none of us, the 30 of us, are standing up for the Constitution. And if it costs us to be in that 30 number until the end of this year, we will do it. We will do it because the Constitution gives us the right. I mean, our rules give us the right. It talks about quorum. Let me tell you what it says. Our rule number 12. It says a quorum shall constitute of a quorum shall consist of a simple majority of the members of the honorable house of representatives. Quorum shall be necessary for the transaction of business. However, a minority may meet from day to day. Meetings at which a quorum is not present, only a motion to compel the attendance of absent members or to adjourn may be made. So you see why we can be 30 minority. Our rule know that the crafter of the rule, they understand that there will be people who will feel this way. You know, our forefathers, they are very, very smart people. They knew that there will be some people in the legislature who will say we are majority. So because the majority, you have more than 37 persons, you want to go and have meetings. When you are 46, 47, 48, without the speaker, who is the presiding officer, without the deputy, who is the presiding, in the absence of the speaker, whether you have 38, you have 38.999, you will not have a quorum. You will not have a session. Anything you do, you'll be having meetings and you'll be having social meetings or some political meetings. Those are meetings you'll be having. Our rule says, rule 12, only the minority can be able to adjoin. So what we are doing going by our rules. Our rules say we can adjoin because we have minority, and our minority can be the one to compare the 48 of them or the 42 of them to come to our session. The 42 of them cannot call us to their session. Why? Because the presiding is in the minority, and the rule, our rules, and the Constitution gives the speaker the right to preside. So everything they're doing, as for the two persons, they are doing it in vain. They are not working for us, and the Liberians need to stand up. Liberians need to demand their lawmakers to come back to session and do their work. Our rule 12 is clear. Anything they do in 42, in 40, in 39, they are meeting. They either have a social meeting, they have a political meetings, but they're not having session.
Okay.
They don't have the right to do it.
Hey, John, go
All right,
ahead with your John.
Prince,
Go ahead.
yeah, so Prince, the next question is of recent when Representative Sokan appeared on your platform, he was asked concerned about the Southeastern solidarity, wherein Honorable Sokan said he's not up for the Southeastern solidarity. So Honorable Debee, from upholding the rules and regulations of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia that governing the House of Representatives, are you also supporting Speaker J. Fanatic Coker based on the Southeastern solidarity, knowing fully well that he's from Grand Creek County?
Honorable Debee?
Yes, sir.
Honorable, when the Honorable Sokan was here Monday with us, there was on Sunday, excuse me, there was a question that I posed to him about the Southeast solidarity. And
yes.
he outrightly denied the Southeast solidarity. John want to know if you in this supporting of Kofa, even though you talked about the Constitution. Is it the certain part of your inner being? Is anything that got to link with the Southeast solidarity?
Oh yes, why not? Kofa is the only person that we have from the Southeast. And it will interest you to note that before today, we have conglomerated ourselves as a group lawmakers from the Southeast. We have a caucus, a Southeastern caucus from the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. But we decided we have had 3 different meetings before Honorable Sokan came. We have had 3 different meetings that we will, during the dry season, we will be able to visit each district with the speaker. The speaker is the only person we have from the southeast. We know that during the past administration, almost everybody came from the southeast. The speaker came from the southeast, the deputy speaker from the southeast, the president from the southeast, the pro tempore from the southeast, the finance minister from the southeast. So many persons will say, with all the people you have from the southeast, you never benefited from anything. It doesn't mean that because you have 10 children, the first 9 children didn't do anything for you, then the last one would not do something for you. There are always, people have their own times and own ways of doing things. If the past 6 years we had everybody from the southeast and they didn't do well, it doesn't mean that the one would not do well. And I must tell you, this speaker is so passionate about making sure that we have the roads in the southeast. He's so passionate that we have the district development funds. Before this government, the district development funds were scrapped off the budget because, according to the history, they said monies put in for district development funds are not being used the right ways. So, because of that, they wanted to scrap them off. This speaker has said, no, we ensure that each district gets not less than 100,000. And when the budget was submitted, we made sure that 100,000 was placed in the budget for district development funds. Unfortunate for us, when our budget was returned, the IMF have had meetings with the Minister of Finance, they have had meetings with our leadership that they didn't want that 100,000 in the budget because they wanted monies to go back into paying debts. Mind you now, those of us that have attended sessions, we have understood that we remove paying money to pay debt to service our domestic debt now to the following year. We reduce that amount so that we can be able to accommodate the projects. IMF said they have $40 million. They will not give us the $40 million if we don't remove the district development funds, the legislative development funds. So we insisted, we said, no, we can't do that. We went back and forth, and the speaker was so adamant to not do it. He said we must put this money back. So we were able to have a bargaining, and we made sure that 50,000 of the 100 were placed back there. So 75,000 of the Senate 150 were placed back. So that this year, because of the envelope, the size of the budget, we decided to cut down half of the amount so that we can be able to have some projects going on. So the Southeastern Solidarity is one of the things that I am seeing and that we have to hold on to. This is the only person that we have now from the Southeast to make the decision. Because when the budget comes, this is the man who will stand with us. Imagine, we were able to put 100,000 as small as it is for Gedeh University, and we were fought on the floor. We were fought on the floor by the same people that no, Gedeh does not deserve 100,000. At the end of the day, we were able to maneuver to put 75,000. So 25,000 of it was waived. We had a bag. The speaker was there with us. He stood with us and he agreed to that. So that's how we got it. So yes, it's one reason. The Southeastern Solidarity is one reason, and the second and the most important one is the Constitution that they want to hijack, the Constitution that they want to break, and make sure that this country goes back into the world days.
Honorable D, let me hold you right there, Honorable John. Before I go back to you for your next question, let me ask the honorable man. He talks about 100,000. Whatever. How you call that 100,000 again, honorable?
It was doing the recast for the 100,000 for the legislative project.
Okay, that project. Madam Johnson from District 2 was on my show on Sunday. She said that 100,000. It was put in the budget, the recast budget, and you guys went to your towns, in your districts, your constituents, and you told them about the 100,000. You guys were just supposed to pinpoint what project they would take on, and they would just spend the money on it. And after it was passed, according to Madam Johnson, the speaker reduced it to 50,000, from 100,000 to 50,000. That's one of her point against the honorable man. Can you speak to that issue? Claire, you spoke to it, but you want
So
rare clarity on it, please.
so what I would say is that everybody will read the book from a different from the different perspectives, and because people will read their own book the way they see it, that's how they're going to interpret it. But I will be frank. I don't, as I told you, I don't like to lie on people because I don't like people lie on me. I saw what happened. I was in Liberia. I saw how people got killed when they were innocent. I saw people being killed for no reason. They lied on them. They never knew them. They lied on them and they killed them for no reason. So I grew up and said, I will not lie on anybody. Truth being told, the 100,000 was approved by us and sent to the president. The president also signed, and it became a budget. It became a law. All of us went back into our district. We spoke to our constituents. We identified the projects. We submitted the projects to list according to the 100,000. Again, as I said, when the budget went, IMF that supports our budget said they have $40 million to support our budget, but we should remove this legislative projects. When that came in our leadership, we saw to everything that can never happen. If for any reason the IMF does not want to give the 40 million, they can go ahead. The president called all kinds of background, back behind the scene conversations were held. The ways and means, and I don't know why they would say the speaker, because Honorable Johnson is part of the Ways and Means Committee, and they agree. The spending institutions, those institutions that generate revenues, they will come and defend. They will cite them. So it's in their meetings that because of the pressure, because of the size of our budget, there are other institutions that cannot support the budget according to the estimation, according to what was speculated, according to what was suggested. Other institutions did not come through with the amounts. For example, NPA, LPRC, the NPA shot $2 million. LPRC said they can only support the budget by 1 million, 1.5. Then later on, they move up to $3 million. So institutions said they can't go ahead with the amount of dollars, even though the LRA, the Liberia Revenue Authority, has been reporting that the budget is performing, but the institutions that are generating the revenue say they can't. So because of that, the Ways, Means, and Finance Committee was able to do some shifting. A lot of shifting was done. They removed money from places like the CSA, the Internal Affairs, the Ministry of Finance. They were able to remove monies and put them into various categories and say, okay, since we can do the entire 100,000, we're going to do 50,000. We're going to do half of it because we have told our constituents that we will do projects for this year. So since we have said this, we can scrap this 100,000. If we can have the constituent projects, if we can have the 100,000 for this, if we can have half of it, then there will be no budget. That was the speaker grounds. And all of us in our house, we saw the speaker ground. He said, if there's no money for us to perform our legislative projects or to execute our legislative projects, he was not going to sign the budget. And so they were able to compromise and say, okay, let's do 50,000 for this year and do 75,000 for the Senate. That's how. So it's not the speaker that removed the money, it's the IMF, the Ways and Means that cut that money. So if we were to blame people, we blame the Ways and Means Committee because they made the adjustment based on what the IMF said, based on what the executive mansion said, based on what the finance ministry said. They said we can't do it because we need to pay debt. We need to pay our domestic debt. That's the only way there will be money in the economy. When we don't pay the debts, how will the banks be able to give back loans? If we don't pay the debts, how will these institutions, the financial institution, be able to buy some more goods and services? Let's pay debts so that we can have money in the economy. So it's not a speaker that removed that. It's not a speaker that cut that money. It was discussed in plenary, and all of us said yes. So I again, as I said, everybody are entitled to their views, and I respect them for what they say. But for the clarity, because of my orientation, I will tell you that it was not a speaker who removed that. All of us in plenary agreed to slash that to to 50,000 because of what it is, because of the size of our envelope.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable. John Goa,
You were
you're
Yeah,
live
so
in studio there. Is it okay now for all to open the lines for the people in Grand Gedeh to call in and ask the Honorable man? And I will
yeah,
hear
so let
also.
me ask this question first, and then we can open the phone line, Prince.
Go ahead, John.
I want to hear from Honorable Debee. How do you determine of Representative Soka and Representative Johnson by violating the Constitution of
why you
Liberia?
wear shades
And
on? People say they enjoy the shades on you.
No, my I gotta read some of the comment. I was not seeing the so
Or
I
also that reading glasses.
yeah, that
Prince,
was
are you
reading.
getting it?
Yeah,
Oh,
John,
okay,
go
okay,
ahead.
okay.
Yeah, as I said, how do Honorable Jacob Debee determine the decisions of Representative Sokan and Representative Johnson violating the constitutions of Liberia by refusing to attend regular sessions on ground that they have 6 counts against Speaker Cooper, and what has been is advised to them in calling them into the regular section?
Okay. The question from John is that your two colleagues from Grand Gedeh County, they're not attending section. What is your personal advice to them to go to section? Have you been
So
called and told them to attend?
yes, as I said, I have encouraged them. I have spoken with them to come to session. I have spoken to them. Whatsoever it is, I have appealed to them that whatsoever grievances we people have, let's come into the session. Let's come to session and proffer them on the floor. You can write your communication or you can make a motion so that your complaints can be heard. If, for example, the issue has raised that the honorable from District 2, Honorable Mary Johnson, said that because the district development funds were cut to 50,000 instead of 100. If that's her concern, she can come and raise it, and the speaker will be able to explain, or plenary, or her chairperson can be able to explain how we arrive at the 50,000. So staying away is not doing us favor because we have to do the people's work. For the past 3 weeks now, we are not able to go to session to deliberate, to be able to have oversight. As we speak, our committees are not having committee hearings. Things are stalled. So because of that, the country is being paralyzed, it's being held hostage. If you when you come to Morovia, you'll see the economic activities. Things are slow. I asked some friends of mine in the banking sector. They said you hardly see people go to deposit these days. All people do, they withdraw. They are not depositing. Why? Because things are fragile. Nothing moving, nothing going on. So I have encouraged them. I've spoken to them more than 2 times. Whatsoever it is, we can have two wrongs can be right. If you think the man was wrong for doing this thing, the best place to be able to discuss them is in chamber, because you don't have the legitimate authority to stay out of session. When you do that, you will be just wasting your time because nobody is going to take what you are doing seriously. Our laws and the constitution, our rules and our constitution are clear. Only the speaker can preside. When the speaker presides and you have above 70, 37, then you have quorum. Once the speaker is presiding and you have less than 37, it means that the minority, our rule says only the minority can adjoin. Only the minority can adjoin and compel the rest of the members to come to session. So once you don't have that legal binding, we know this is a political theater. but there are laws that bind us. Article 38 of the Constitution says that we adopt our own rules, and
Mhm.
our rules will be guided by the due process. So our rules that we adopted, it says, for Rule 9 says, for a speaker to be removed, to be replaced, to be expelled, you must have 2/3. You must have 49 signatures. Once you don't have 49 signatures, the speaker remains the speaker. So anything you do outside of that, you are wasting your time. So I told them, please, let's go back into the chamber. Let's raise our concerns. Let's put them on the floor so that the people can hear them, and then we'll move on with the job. So when we're on the floor and we are convinced that everything you have said is true, and the speaker cannot exonerate himself, instead of those, we'll do a vote. I mean, we'll do a resolution to get him off. Simple as it is. So what is in that is hard. You come to session. If you have issue, you come to session. But staying away doesn't help Liberia. Staying away doesn't help Grand Gedeh. Staying away doesn't help our districts. And it hurts us more. Because the more they
So,
stay away,
Honorable,
will always like
when this staying away continue, you gotta go to your own side, and the other guys go to the side. What do you think gonna happen?
so there are two things. The Supreme Court is the interpreter of the laws that we pass. Many of the laws we pass, we don't even see them. They go to committees rooms, they come from committee rooms, the committee reads the committee reads its report, and the speaker, the chief clerk reads the committee's report, and then we do a yea, nay, and those laws are passed. To the extent that even the this local government act, the local government act law that was passed by the 54th today is hurting this country, because those who passed that law did not even understand in total what that law says. So today we are having back and forth on it. We are fighting on it. He has given the exclusive rights to the superintendent. The legislators, the caucus have absolutely nothing to do with the way the county is being run. They have removed all of the powers from the legislature and given to the executive, like the PFM law. They did the same thing. They passed, they gave all the rules, all the rights to the finance ministry to do all transaction on behalf of the country. The country, the law, our constitution gives the right to legislators to levy funds, to be able to negotiate on behalf of the country. But yet they have given all that responsibility to the executive. So these laws that we pass, like Article 29, Article 29, it talks about vested in the
Honorable,
legislature.
you want to put the phone down? Yeah, just like that, because you're coming too close to the phone. And yeah,
Sorry. So our constitution is clear on who levies fines, who negotiates, who ratify contracts on behalf of the government of Liberia. It's the legislature, but some of the powers have been given to the executive because of the same ways that we do our rules, our laws that we pass. So the Supreme Court is the one that interprets whatsoever we pass. They are legal
but
minded people.
your colleagues on the other side are saying that you guys are three separate branches of government, and the Supreme Court cannot interfere in your matters.
Who adjudicates constitutional matters? Who adjudicates constitutional matters is the Supreme Court. When the constitution is in conflict, when the constitution is being hijacked, when the constitution is being jeopardized, when the constitution is being misinterpreted, the only place you run for redress is the Supreme Court. Yes, we have separate power, but they are coordinate.
Yeah.
Separate powers, but coordinate. So the separation of powers does not say the Supreme Court has nothing to do with us exclusively. So then, if it is this way, why do we have oversight over what the executive does? Why can we say let allow the executive to do that work? The legislature have nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Why don't we say that? Because we are separate but coordinate. So when you are reading the rules, when you are reading the laws, you must be able to interpret them. Don't allow someone to interpret them for you. The laws are clear. we have oversight over the executive. Why do we have oversight? Because we are the direct representative of the people. Why do we have oversight? Because we enact the laws. So because we enact the laws, we must have oversight over what we enacted. And because we enact the laws, if we don't know how to interpret the laws, the Supreme Court is the one that interprets the law.
Interpret the
So
law.
because the Supreme Court has the power to do it,
Some of your
we run to the
colleagues,
Supreme
some of
Court
your
to
colleagues are
interpret.
reading things upside down that you guys. So I don't know, but if they have issue, they run to the Supreme Court. I remember Yeke Koruba, Honorable Koruba, running to the Supreme Court when they refused him last year, or sorry, part of last year or year before last. They were not paying his benefits. He ran to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court settled it. But this group of lawmakers
Yeah.
now are saying that the Supreme Court don't have nothing to do with it. And John Goa, Honorable, so let us open the line now, Mr. Goa. Are you set?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want me
So
to
let's
address that
let's
one
let's
more
open
time?
the line now. Let's open the line. So
Yeah,
you can call
Honorable, wait
us
3 hours and
Hello?
on
let's open the
zero
line.
eight
Let your
eight.
people ask you.
Okay.
The line is there. You can call us on 088
Anybody want to call my number here? My number.
880-8775-151308. Call us. They're going to be live. You can also call us on our WhatsApp line. Let's talk to our first caller. Good evening. Please amplify your voice, please.
Yeah, I said for you all that are on the show,
Okay.
I did my announcement and I'm going to hand over to the county.
Okay. Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you.
Thank you. I have a question for the honorable man on your show. Honorable, thank you very much for explaining. I was one president this one Sunday who asked friends that was to go on him regular shows, but I want to hear your star. And see what it's already like. I have a question for you. The people from your district, I didn't feel many people or there are few many men for which I support they are not supporting the rule of the because when the people on the show say was a few many men who was elected by few many people of Kent district because the few many men in the show that is very remote. So I want to know if whether you are now few many men. Thank you.
So, Prince, you got that question?
Can you ask that question? You talk about Stewart Manor. He said Honorable Soka came on the show and said he was a
Instead, on
Stewart Manor.
Soka appear on your show, on Soka saying it's a Stewart Manor man. And so, was elected as a Stewart Manor man. So, as a Stewart Manor man, he has decided to join the anti-cover bloc to remove Speaker J from anti-cover. So, he's asking whether Representative Jacob Debee is not a Stewart Manor man, because Soka saying he's the only Stewart Manor man.
Where the guy called from?
He's called from Plebo, Maryland County.
Yeah, Honorable, one caller from Plebo, a question to John on the radio station there is that when Honorable Sokan was here on Sunday, he said he's a Stewart Manor man, so the people that elected him from Chien District, Stewart Manor man. So and that's why he joined the anti-COFAS group to remove COFA. So you now you want to know you that joined the pro COFAS group. Are you not a Stewart Manor man?
As I said, I'm not here to counter what my colleagues say about himself or what my colleague's opinion was when he appeared on your station. I can tell you that I am going by the laws. I don't know how you want to categorize me, but I am a lawmaker. I was elected like another person. All of us are Stewart-minded people, and I stand by the laws, and I want to make sure that this country does not degenerate into what it was in the 90s. We want to ensure that our constitution is upheld. We want to ensure that the laws are followed. Generations after us should be proud that we serve in the legislature protecting the constitution, that we serve in the legislature to protect and defend our country, to ensure that the right things are done. And so because of that, I was elected and I am doing what I was elected to do. So the judgment is all of you to know who we are, but I'm sure that all of us are serious-minded people, and so that's why my colleague was able to emphasize on who he is, and so because of that, he's entitled to that, and so you have to take him for his word. And but I am telling you that we are standing by the laws, and the laws of this country must be protected.
He said he's certified. You can see there on the screen that he's certified the way you answer his question. The guy called from all the way Plebo, Maryland County. So John, go ahead. Any other call there?
Okay.
Anybody want to call here? My number down here is 952-200-84200. Honorable JJ Dennis will call him in here, but I will call him back. Let me see here.
So keep calling
JJ
088-087-8382
Dennis is from
0775
your district. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if he's
He's
be the Bazon
plus
district.
231-772-770-212.
the recent past president.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honorable Brown Jai replaced him.
Yeah, Brian Jai.
Brown Ojai, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He will call him in here, so let me see here. Let me call him. I don't know why JJ Dennis will literally not get my number and call me on Facebook. I mean, he's gonna pay fine though. He's gonna pay fine. So John, go ahead. Get any other call there?
We are still waiting calls tonight. 088-087-8382, 088-087-8382, You can call us on our WhatsApp line plus 231-772-770-212 plus 231-772-770-212 088-087-8382.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Cool. You called me. You wanted to ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with the question. The honorable man is listening.
The honorable, yeah, is he listening to me?
Yeah, are you hearing Mr. Dennis?
Yes. Yes, I'm hearing him.
He's hearing you.
Oh, okay. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing good. Good evening too.
Okay, we good. Thanks. I got in maybe a little bit late, but I follow what you are saying, and I think that's the right thing for people to do, especially when you are elected to represent your district or your section. In an elected position, you should be able to follow the laws of the we put you there, or they put you there to represent them constitutionally. You're not going there for envelope or for whatsoever. But my question here is how long do you think this Salaga in the city will continue? Or I heard you saying that you call Honorable Sanka and Honorable Johnson to come to the meeting. Do you think that you can call them and talk to them directly instead of saying, let's meet to the meeting, like a caucus meeting? The grand leader caucus can go into that.
Honorable Debee, you got a question?
Yes, I got a question. So,
Honorable, 1 minute. There are 3 people on the line. Let all of them just point down and jot down the question. Let 3 of them ask, and then you can go ahead and answer. Or let me go to the next caller here. Othello Brown, is that you?
Yeah, Prince Double.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Honorable Brown.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this is Othello Brown. Please extend my hello to your studio guest.
Do that yourself. He's listening to you.
Okay, so the issue about, I do not have a question for him, but I have a statement to make to him. So it goes like this.
Okay.
I will first of all let me thank you for the bold step you took to stand by the law. You know, we did law in school at the university level. We know the importance of law. In the absence of law and order, we don't get no country. So at least since we have been represented before, we get somebody now from one of our districts to say, yes, I'm standing by the law. That's a very good thing. I must commend him for it.
Thank you.
When they were elected, they were going in the house to serve the people of Grand Gedeh. They were not going to the house to put their own interest first. But what I heard from, the past, I don't think about people who are not sincere. I don't think about it. The past, yes, saying that, not on committee. So that why I don't want the man. That one, the child playing down there. Number one, the first thing you have one of the representatives from Kunnable, she's on the committee with Mr. Fona. That two casino committees, I worked there before. I worked there. Records are there, I worked there. The two casino committees down there, and the committee on finance with Mr. Fona, the committee on security. The other one is a different stuff. But if the people see as a money making things, or we don't put our own set things from, then I want to say this, and let it be recorded. I want you to record me. If you not get any interest, come 29, then no problem. But if you get interest, come 29, trust me. I have a constituents, and my constituents say I lack. I will influence them to see reason to give you that vote because you are on the same school of thought of mine. We respect the law and the law will exist. And for those of the people who feel today that yes, they are here because they want their people to come first, they must ask the past before legislature. When election comes, out of 73% when they go home after election, maybe that 5 can come or 2 can come. So I will just tell them now the bill they are making, how to sleep on their bed. But thank God you are very far-sighted. Not make your bed rapper. The Liberian people are crying today. They are crying on your who be up on the back. And just is asking to us I'm here for something solidarity. Who can protect you in the house? That's what from the back will protect you. That's what from the market will protect you. They lie. They will put some value for money. You should always have a block. You should always have a backing. You should always have a constituent and all your peers. So for those are listening today, to me, for going to the night, we have ambition. And we will make sure we will be in our country, we will make sure that we put all what you're saying now is on YouTube. I'll place it on YouTube, and we'll use it tomorrow to enlighten our people. So thank you again. My name is Mr. Brown. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. The caller here from the large number here is Khan.
Yes, Kia.
Kia, man. Go ahead. Where are you calling from?
Thank you so much for the show. I'm calling from DC.
Okay, go ahead. From DC.
Yeah, thank you. Look, first, before I even make a comment, I want to ask you, how do you feel now about Soka Tier? I know Soka. The men that you're campaigning for, and even everything you use if you want to see me leather as a lawmaker.
You say who are campaigning for him?
You. I'm not sure. And that time, do the by-election, you want to put down money.
I brought everybody who took part in the by-election. So how can you say I'm campaigning for the man? I brought Honorable or what name or Roosevelt, Johnson Jr. I brought Nad Bagba. I brought Jeremiah Soka. I brought the lady watching Bole. So how can you say? Is that the right name? Say watching Bole. So how can you say? I get a platform to all the guys who wanted to be.
Okay, let me forget my point. The main thing I take away from the whole discussion is I listen to the representative show your viewpoint. He said, "Don't put down the business down on our platform." It's not the one that they told me. And if you listen to most of them, the six kind they are discussing, you know the argument they are making. Those men are not making an argument about the six kind they give. They're making an argument about their own self. Listen to Soka talking about how the rules and the system is using our all the country and they happy. It's just like you have a concrete crime like say you want to defend. So you speak on the crime, but they say, oh, it's easy on you power as a speaker. So it's easy power they doing this one. They rule out this. No. When you want to be on a side, you got to know a vision of who you want to be on a side. But if you don't have a plan of who you want to be on a side, it's difficult for you to defend what side you want. Look, with the same my country that is suffering about things that is wrong. Everything that is talking is their self-interest. Their self-interest. Nothing that is developing the country. And now listen to that, they say, we can therefore la people. Therefore, who la people? You just say how to search for this. See that somebody discussing in our country, in our house to benefit people, outside the country, outside the house, they say, therefore la people. If you therefore la people, go for it, it's hard. They will say yes. But you can't be able to decide what you know, you can't get to tell the majority. You say, well, you want all the country that state. It's not correct. And I love the representative. He's a good point. I pray that you continue with your point and be on the law side. Thank you so much for the show.
All right, thank you. So, Honorable, the other two
Yes, sir.
did not ask question, but the Honorable JJ Dennis, he asked a question, so you want to speak to that question.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Before I address the President Emeritus Honorable JJ Dennis, I want to comment and tell those two persons that have just called. I want to tell them thank you for their inputs. We were elected specifically to protect the interests of our people. When I was in high school, I took part in an essay competition. It was sometimes 1995. A Carter Center sponsored essay competition. And that competition, I won the competition, and I got a book from the Carter Center. Unfortunately, because of the 1996 fracas, I didn't get a sponsorship from them because Carter Center closed temporarily. And the book Carter himself talks about power. He said power is not meant to suppress. Power is meant to elevate. Power is meant to improve the livelihood and your surroundings. So your community depends on you as their leader to ensure that you provide the light for them to see. So I can be a leader of my people. And on the 15th of January 2024, I swore an oath. We have an article, our rule number 11, taking of oath. It talks about each member of the House of Representatives, before taking his or her seat, shall take an oath of affirmation to uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of Liberia, as well as to faithfully discharge the duties and functions of the office as a member of the House of Representatives. The oath shall be taken from the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia and shall read thus: I, you state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support, uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Liberia, and bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic, and faithfully, conscientiously, and impartially discharge the duties and functions of the office of the Honorable House of Representatives to the best of my knowledge. Those were things that I said on the 15th of January. If I was able to say that in plenary and case the Bible, all of us did that, and come today because of personal reasons, I go against the Constitution. I don't want to be a representative. I don't want to sit in that office because I am not a patriotic person. I am not a faithful person. So for some of us, our orientation will not allow us to break the laws. Somebody asks, how long you want to go with this? Until the rest of our police can understand that we should be able, for once, to stand up for the right thing. We will continue. The 30 of us are not going to waver. The 30 of us will stand together. We are prepared to die together for the Constitution. We are prepared, even if it costs us to write the Supreme Court, to dissolve the House of Representatives, we are prepared to do it. And if this continues, we will do an extraordinary or judicial request to the Supreme Court to dissolve the House of Representatives because we have violated our laws, because we have sued and not keeping our oath of affirmation. So we are prepared to go that far. I've spoken and I've asked my colleagues to come to answer Honorable Judge's question.
Yes.
We have asked the rest of our representatives. And the interesting part, you will want to know this. The Senate on last week constituted a mediation committee of 5 members.
Yes.
Senator Besson Garfini from Grand Bassa is the chairperson. Senator Gibbon Smith from River says is cool. Blebo Brown from Maryland is a member. Daba from Bapulu is a member.
Somebody calling you.
Yeah. So Senator Yaya Nimle, who is the chairman of our caucus, the caucus, is a member of this mediation committee. So the fact that our senator, who is the caucus chair, is member of the mediation committee, it puts him in a better position to call a meeting of Grand Gedeh caucus. That's the leadership we've been waiting for, to call a meeting and say, this is what happening. We are 5. 2 of you in the House of Representatives are on the other side. 1 person is against. Let's find a common ground. So the leadership, the senators, one of them is the advisor and another person is the chairperson. So I'm looking up to them to see if they will call a caucus meeting to understand exactly what's happening. Until then, I am the secretary, but I don't call meeting until the chairperson asks me to do that. But as a member of the caucus, I've reached out and have told them, let's go to meeting, let's express our grievances, let's ensure that we follow the laws. I just gave you an example. Soka and myself were there. Honorable Johnson had gone to Grand Gedeh when the budget debate was on, and the 2 of us, just the 2 of us, Lofa, Nima, Monserrato, they were against us. Why? Because they never had the benefit of the extra money for their various universities or their communities. Even though Nima had gotten money for Campley, money for this, all of one, money for that, River G, all the counties, Lufa has gotten. But because President had 100,000 and with few persons, the rest of the guys came against us and said, no, you should not give President 100,000. Why should President take it? It was some of the sarcastic remarks they were making. And that annoyed me. And that you saw the action of Honorable Soka and myself. Nobody does it better for you. You have to do it for yourself. Just make sure that you are on the right path and you are following the laws. So I expect my colleagues, they will see reason. It will take time. Their constituent members are talking to them. Our senators are speaking to them. And all of us will have a reason to go back in the hall and do the Liberian people's business. So yes, we are reaching out to them.
All right. Thank you very much. I will answer your calls. So John, we can be here for more than 3 hours.
We have a lot of callers on the line.
All right. Well, I mean, the next step is we gotta go to Honorable.
Yeah, we will.
John, thank you so much for the platform, and Prince also thank you so much for being a mediator. I want to applaud the honorable.
Firstly, what's your name? What's your name? Firstly, please.
My name is Jacob.
You left the line. I talk to this next person. Good evening. What's the name of your call from, Chief?
Yeah, this is Brown Tati calling from Monrovia.
Brown Tati. Is the Brown Tati senior or junior?
Senior.
Brown Tati senior, welcome to the show tonight. Let's hear from you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you. The video I was using to listen to the honorable man, I got both of the issues of the discussion this evening. But that's the point to make. There was a question I where it says almost about other men that are representing this particular. The way the representative after this was to treat, as being interpreted for years. And always see the focus and how because people have different opinions here. Because of that, there's a disagreement about the focus only. But the genesis is more hidden. And so I think Uncle Debee want to introduce a few more because the focus even with the disagreement, they have to be more into each other so that the focus can be holding so that each of day at the level of the focus can impact the district. So I want to thank you so much. And then I think anybody who is wrong because you think you can be on the side of the law. I don't think that it's unnecessary. So I want to thank him for staying on the side of the law. Whether at the end of the day there will be a precedent to set that will remove the speaker or to remove president, but go by the constitution instead of using unconstitutional things in this country that they are to 14 years civil war. And because we learned it from Taylor Day, we saw the kind of rebel group that fight us because I was a champion of receiving our end. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to this next person.
John, I think that will be the last call because we got to the honorable we got to go. So I think that will be the last call.
Yes, hello. This is our last call. What's your name?
Yes, thank you. I'm Big October. I'm from Cabana District. I'm currently on 21st Street here. And what I want to say here is the honorable man has said it I said travel, but you got me on. We want to ask questions. There are some information we are gathering there. The Constitution said that the 30 of them are holding together. But the complication that was sent to the deputation, should he leave and go there? It says now say that info for them to visit that is because cross access to the end.
All right. He's going to address that first. You got a question?
Can you read the first question to the honorable man and the second one? So tell me.
The first one was that question. Brown Tate Senior appreciated Honorable Debee on ground that he answered the question that has to do with SOCAN saying he's the serious lawmaker. And so the way in which Honorable Debee answered the question, he appreciated him. And the next question has to do with.
Let me explain the first question I do. The first question, the first caller is not he didn't ask a question, Honorable. It's Brown. Okay. It's Brown Tate. He said he appreciated the way you answered the question that I asked, that was asked about Honorable Shokan saying he being a serious lawmaker. So you answer it professionally. So what's the second caller say?
The second caller want to know exactly the communication that was sent to the deputy speaker asking to come and preside over the majority block section. He's asking how can the honorable man reconcile with this communication? He said that the deputy speaker going to adhere to the communication or not.
The deputy speaker, he responded to the 43 people that wrote him. He talked about the deputy speaker communication from the 43 of your colleagues that wrote the deputy speaker, Honorable Thomas Farah, telling him to come and preside over them. So how do you speak to that?
People are fighting to get relevance. When you are fighting to get relevance, you do all kinds of things, like a drowning man. When you are drowning, even the stroke of a broom, you think that's a log. You want to hold it to stop you from drowning. There's no legal bindings. They have no legal grounds to invite, to even write the speaker. The fellow who's impersonating has I think chief clerk. That guy will have to bear some punishments for his impersonation. the clerk position is an elected position. The clerk and the deputy clerk position, those positions are elected, and it is the representatives that elect them. The two of them are here. For you to act as acting chief clerk is an impersonation. So that, and our colleagues should know better. I don't know why they are proceeding in that manner. Maybe it's desperation. So because of that, they are blinded by the fights. You can't allow someone to impersonate. The chief clerk is here, the deputy chief clerk. All of them are in the building. So why they don't have acting speaker? If they have acting deputy speaker, acting chief clerk, why don't they have acting or speaker or acting deputy speaker? They have the right. So the first thing is that the letter written to the deputy chief, deputy speaker, was written illegally. He shouldn't have given it any relevance. But again, we are in politics, and to pacify it, the deputy speaker, mind you, he's one of the oldest. In fact, in the legislature now, the only person that you can compare him with would be James Barney. But the deputy speaker, this is his fourth time as a representative. He won 3 times in Monserrado and once in Lofa. So he is the most experienced person when it comes to legislation. The House of Legislature, he is the most experienced person. So he knows the games, he understands the politics, he understands the laws. So what he did was to tell them, okay, colleagues, in as much as you are around, we know that you are here, but you are proceeding illegally. So I will contact my legal person. You got that? That's what he said. He didn't rubbish them. He didn't tell them that, oh, you are not doing the right thing, but being a politician and be an experienced person, an experienced legislator. He said, I will consult my legal team and they will advise me appropriately, because he understands that what they are doing, they are having a birthday party, they are having club meetings, they are having political meetings, and they are not having session. So for him to give it any serious thought, he said, let me refer to my legal team, and my legal team will advise me. So that's how you brush off diplomatically, politically, that's how you brush off people. So the deputy speaker was not in error to do that. He understands exactly what's going on, and because he is a politician, he has to write such a letter. That has no bearing on who they are as for the 3 persons. It has no bearing. It gives them no legitimacy. It gives them no attention.
Okay. Thank you very much, honorable man. John Goa, the honorable, we're about to let the honorable man leave now. So I'd like your last question or your comment to him. From there, we'll let the honorable man to close, and then we're going to call it a night.
Yeah, so Prince, mine is not a question, but again, I'm calling on Representative Debee to actually call on most of his colleagues, most especially those involved into the violations of the Constitution, to actually recalibrate and see reason that they adhere to what the Constitution says. In removing the Speaker, the Constitution is glaring, the Constitution is there. So let them go by the Constitution in making sure that they appear before plenary and put forward their plight in order to remove the speaker. But you cannot just wake up some morning, go in the corner and say you want to remove speaker. So that's my point to him. I think he can call Marie Johnson and the rest of the others to actually get the clear understanding of what the Constitution says.
Okay. Thank you, John, Mr. Guap from all the way Grand Gedeh County. Honorable Debee, John said he has no question for you, but he's just calling on you to call your colleagues and keep talking to your colleagues and try to, bring them on your side, on the side you are. So yeah, no question. But before I get to you to give your party comment, Isaac, we're here, the vice president of the Grand Gedeh Association. You want to ask I think he called you to ask a question. Isaac, or comment. Isaac?
Yes,
Honorable Vice President, your district or you are actually from that district. Your representative is here. Speak to him.
Oh, yeah. Isaac is my friend for a lot of fights.
Honorable Debee?
Yes, sir.
I don't have a question. I just called to say thank you so much for everything you are doing. I think when the people of Boston district elected you, they didn't make a mistake and keep on the job. You were elected to defend first and foremost the Constitution and also to seek the interests of your district, Liberia as a whole. You'll be tempted, or as people like you, and then who sound-minded, educated, and who abide by the laws of our nations, and the president who understands the basis of leadership. And you are doing the right thing. I just call to encourage you. Keep on whatever you are doing. Don't be distracted. I know it's Liberia. Politics is a thing that politics are usual, but people like you, you are setting the stage for others to follow. And I just want to say thank you for doing what you are doing. We have your support, and we'll always be here to help in what way, from what that we can do. That's what I just got to give you some encouragement. That's all.
Okay, that's it from Isaac Nawa, the vice president of the Grand United Association. There's a female caller from all the way Plibo here. But I'm female caller from Plibo. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a question or comment for the lawmaker?
I think comment. No, not question. I just want to tell you thank you.
Can you call your name?
My name is Felicia. How? I grew up in Greenville.
Speaking Siri to the honorable man, Felicia Harrow.
Hello, my brother. That's my friend.
Now what woman I see got what you're but you from Maryland.
I'm from Maryland out there, but I grew up in Greenville. I was on Tunnel Road. Because of the war, we didn't stay there. But I want to tell you thank you. Because all that from the southeast, there's something wrong with our brother than when they hit murder. Those people they don't like them. Yeah, I saw Jim Doe during the election. He was on their side, and I see the other one when you see him, he was lying down for you more. He on their side again. Yeah. Now nobody will stand up for us. See the woman and the other man.
Honorable, I want you to get 1 minute, Felicia. I want Honorable to get, but the book calling Honorable, so I just want to put the last bell on after the lady to hear it, man. That money maker,
no problem.
Can't get money on my woody.
No problem.
Sorry, Felicia, go ahead.
Sure, on Sunday, they were just all over the place. You see how the man break it down and make us to understand that it was now Kofa took the money for in the budget for Grand Judah. And you see it? Now, he just made all the understand. If you take and there are certain people in Liberia there, certain counties, they always want to be on the front page or taking lead on that for power. And we can't allow that. They know I'm taking president for power. Who's leading the whole saga? They don't go back. What go back from Nila? Why our Southeast brother that will do them? Why? What are doing it? Look at the last time the other interview they talk about PYJ because Francisco signed the paper for the war for that reason why he's telling his brother there to go against it. So he will go against the man that made a people, he will get against the person that sent the paper. You don't do that. The reason why they're against the man, they don't even make no sense. But everybody will be done wrong. One odd man will be there. Thank you so much for everything. I think you understand the Constitution and you there for a good reason. And like you said, when somebody lie on you, it can hurt. So you don't want to sit by and lie on the man that's why you regret. So I just want to tell you thank you. May God bless you for the hard work.
Amen.
Honorable, the lady said thank you and God bless you for your hard work. Let's go now to yeah, thank you. He said thank you. Felicia, he said thanks. Let's go to Jerome Gaure.
Hello?
Yeah, Jerome, go ahead. Oh, Mr. Shate Gay, sorry.
Good evening.
I want to say kudos to you for staying on the side of the Lord. That is why we call leadership in classes as such. Based on the decision you make in suggest your level of leadership. So I'm going to say kudos and you make great leader proud in this environment. And when you keep it up, it will cost you not to get anything, but to stand by the law of the country. I think it's more paramount to any other thing they can achieve as a politician. So I want to say thank you again for the request, and stay with you guys. And never keep for anything. I know you. Try your coach. When you guys are advocating for the moral thousand, you are the manhood, who want to propose the child speak up, and they will have to remove speak up cover, and the same man will fight the motion to delete the moral thousand for the communities. So who were fighting to take prayer from Greater County or to improve Greater County, who want to be speaker, if the speaker is the cover is removed, to go and join that question. So for me, I got disappointed. I keep using that statement. I'm disappointed in my good friend, brother people. We'll finally fight.
Okay. Thank you. Anthony Gay.
Prince, we have on our WhatsApp line. Can we ush in the caller?
Yeah, but I finish with Anthony Gay, then you go to your one caller there, then the honorable got to close. Anthony Gay. Anthony Gay. My big brother, Fonso so say, everything blow home. Go ahead on the caller from the workshop there.
Okay, let's talk to this person. That's Tumede Christian Gay. Tumede.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
John, how are you?
I'm okay. Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you, Chief.
Okay, thank you very much. I call you from Moreover, and let me first of all extend my greeting to the Lord Maker in studio.
Okay.
How are you? Okay, yeah. Let me say this, John. I appreciate Debee, and I listened to him very well. He spoke so kindly. And then what I want to say, politics is a decision taking act. We don't want a time where Gedeh County legislative cover will be divided on the issue of removing speaker. I admire Debee for taking a side. Equally so, all along people have their own way of taking another side. After all, we still have Gedeh. So whether Kofa remains or Kofa leave, what we need to encourage is unity among our lawmakers. Nobody is going to and make other people to move because they don't support Kofa and other people that support Kofa, they are the good person. No, they are all legislators and they have an independent will to support who they choose, who they want to support. So going against Kofa does not make somebody to be a bad person. The issue is not between Star East, the South, and North, and West. This is reality. These are tribal politics that brought divisions in the country. We need to foster unity in our agenda. So if on the speaker that because he believes maybe the speaker is the best person to him, and other people can say, oh no, this is another authority that is more viable than Kofa. So it's not mean that somebody is good and the other person is bad. There is no neutrality in politics. There will come a time that people will take side. So at this current time, where our country is going, a political test trial of our democracy, we need to encourage peace, who coexist. Let us not see the other law because are going against Kofa as the bad people because they don't want Kofa being there. No. Everybody in the legislature, they have their own independent will. You can take your side and I take my side. But the only thing we have is Gedeh. He just like can win tomorrow. Nobody knows. And we are talking about the constitution here. Those guys are acting and they know he said people having birthday party, they know it's not birthday party. But the constitution is very clear. 37 percent on the business of the House of Legislature. That is the reason why so far up to current have not conducted any business of the legislature because he has failed to be quorum. So he came the scribes for the 3 points and symbol as a meeting of birthday party. No, it's wrong. We need to push Nigeria, we need to push points to say, yeah, these people are doing this, not good. But when all the people are doing, they are in line with the constitutions. So I don't see anything bad. So that's my point. I want to make John. Thank you.
Thank you, Commander Christian Gay. And so,
Okay,
Prince, you listen to him.
Let's give the lawmaker now the chance to speak to that issue and then or have his parting comment. Honorable Christian, you say the guy called in Christian Gay?
Yeah, Timothy Christian Gay. He's the administrative assistant in the office of Jeremiah Soka.
Okay, Timothy Christian Gay, the administrative assistant in the office of Honorable Soka. He talked about the other people who on the other side, they are doing what they are following the laws. They are not having birthday party. You spoke about birthday party. The guys are following the laws. They are not having birthday parties. And we need to respect each other's views. I think that's what I gather from there. So Honorable, give us your parting comment now. We've been here now for 2.5 hours.
We have told our staffers, to stay clear of this politics because their actions want to bring division among us. So I'm surprised that Christian will call to speak on something that he has no power, he has no relevance in. I have told all of my office staffers to stay clear of what's happening in the legislature amongst the lawmakers. But I'm surprised that Christian will continue to meddle into this. And not just Christian, another fellow from Honorable Johnson's office, they constantly do that. But we would address it at a later time. The laws are the laws. And every young person in this country should be glad that there are certain people who want to uphold and make sure that the laws of this country are defended with everything they have. We are not saying what our colleagues are doing are wrong. They have their right to not sit under the gavel of the speaker. But again, the laws that govern us as legislators, our rules speak to how we should proceed. And so anything short of what our rule says, you are having meetings, you are either having parties, and whatsoever they are, you are having parties, you have meetings. Because for you to have a session, you must have a presiding officer. And that presiding officer under the Constitution of Liberia and under our rules is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who is the first among equals. In his absence or by destination, he will designate the Deputy Speaker to act in his stead. In the event where the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker are incapacitated, either by health or they are absent or by death, then the House will meet for that purpose of meeting to have an election to elect a Speaker pro tem. Those are the procedures. Is that when you meet for the 3 persons you meet somewhere in the Capitol building, you go in a joint session, they say you have a session, you don't have session. We have to understand that, and we have to respect the laws. And that's what we said, our staffers should keep clear of these proceedings because they sometimes make their leaders and take them wrongly and advise them wrongly. We just spoke. Our chairperson is one of those mediating this situation. So the fact that our chairman is mediating the wisdom of the pro tempore and the leadership of the Senate to have placed him on that committee speaks volume. So we have to respect him and respect the proceedings and be able to understand and listen to him when he tells us what to do. So every Liberian, I'm urging Liberians, I'm urging Grenadians, all of us and everyone are listening to me and watching this video, this broadcast tonight, this interview. I want us to understand that there's nothing against any of our police. They have the right to be disenchanted. They have the right to feel and say what they have to say. But at the end of the day, we're elected to do the Liberian people's job. And to do the Liberian people's job, we must be able to convene in our section with the speaker or the deputy speaker presiding. When that happens, the works for which we were elected will be executed. Our oversight responsibility will be done, our representation will be felt, and the law-making purposes will be adhered to. Let's respect the laws. You have issue, come to the House of Representatives. You have issue, come to work. They have left their offices for almost 3 weeks today. They are not being able to enter their offices. How are they conducting our affairs? Let's come to work. We are colleagues. After this, we will all sit together again. We'll call one another names. We'll laugh. We'll move. For the next 5 years, we are friends. The next 5 years, we'll sit in the same chamber. So I want to encourage them, regardless of how we feel, let's put Liberia first. Regardless of how we think Liberia matters. Our actions are causing a lot of economic setbacks, social setbacks, political setbacks. A lot of things are happening in a short period of time. We already have serious issues. Our country is far beyond the developing countries. Our actions cannot take us beyond back to where we came from. Let's respect the laws. Without the laws, we have no country. Politics cannot guard this country. Politics cannot rule this country. It's the root of law. So let's abide by the laws. Let's do the right things. We're elected to do the right things. We're elected to govern this country. We're elected to protect, defend, and uphold the Constitution of Liberia. It's because of that we are here. Thank you for allowing me to come on your show. And I thank all of those that contributed, those that asked questions, those that commended us. We want to say thank you. We are doing this together. You elected us to do your work. We are your servant. We are answerable to you. Anytime you have an issue, reach out to me and I will return your call. If I can get you or you can get me immediately, I will return your call. Leave a text message, I will return your text message. It's impossible for me to answer all the calls, but I will certainly respond by text messages. Once I know, once I'm available, once I'm able to do it, I will do it. My office is open, I am open, I interact with everybody. So let's meet, let's talk. That's the only way we chart a new course in our country. Let's hold the law. Let's remain Lord about it. Thank you so much, Honorable Prince Gedeh.
Say Prince Gedeh, Prince Double. And
sorry, Prince Double.
They say Loman.
Yeah, sorry.
No, go. Thank you, Honorable Man. Thank you very much for
and thank you to Honorable John Gua.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you to Honorable John Gua for relaying us that our people were able to follow our program and follow the interview. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Looking out to see you another time. Looking out to see another invitation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Goa John.
Yeah, so Prince, that's all we have time for tonight. Listen to the representative of the Detroit District Number 3 providing clarity and provide information on what the law says in removing the speaker. He said what those political guys are doing, they are doing things out of the way. They are not doing things by what the law says. Of course, my name is John Gua. I'd like to say many thanks to all of you for being here with us tonight. For those of you who tried calling us and we were unable to get through them, my man, Romeo T.S. Camille, one of the colleagues said you came to class late. Exactly, you came to class late. So, folks, that's all we have time for, Chris. From my end, I'm out.
Thank you, John Goa. That's Goa all the way from Grand Gedeh where you there. I hope John go home safe tonight, 7 p.m. here to me. So almost 8. So you about it going almost 12 midnight for John over there. John Goa, you gotta go home. It's 12 almost 12 midnight. 12 midnight. You gotta go. So you got street lights. Representative and put the street lights in Zwedru. John, close the radio there. You on Facebook? Just shut the radio down. John is not hearing me. I think he unplugged some of those wires in there. But that's how we're going to do it. We're going to go